Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Emily. Yes, love, I just saw that. I got you on the list. Just gonna let everyone come in. Hello. Hi, Alex. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick message for the masculine energies right now. I just was like getting really strongly this morning that that there's like just it's this eclipse and everything else astrologically that's like taking place, but there's just like a strong energy in their own life of liberating themselves from conformity, the matrix, their systems that they're used to, everything. And then we will do the live card pulls, which will be energies and messages from your higher selves, and we will be connecting a lot to the past life energies. So it's not like an Akashic reading. I said Akashic because it's like past life. Akashic readings are, that's like a little different because I have to actually connect with you, and then we do like a meditation to open up the Akashic records. But I'm a really good past life reader, so a lot of times when I'm reading with you guys in live card pulls, I'm also like feeling the energies of the past life stuff. So we'll see what comes through, what messages from your past selves want to come through, from the oversoul, and a little bit about maybe who you've been, what you're meant to do. So hi everybody, welcome in. Excuse me, I know I've been feeling like for like a week now that my body's been fighting off a cold. And after our amazing activation workshop that we did yesterday, I just feel like energetically, I feel like my body's maybe forcing me into submission of rest. And today I'm feeling a lot of, plus there's a lot of like energy still transmuting and stuff like that. So I just feel like I feel like I'm losing this battle right now of a cold. So I'm going to do my best today, you guys, because I already pushed this back from Friday to today because it was just too much on Friday with, preparing for the workshop the next day. And then yesterday was the workshop. And so I'm here today. So hello, my loves. Hello, hello. So I'm just going to get into the message. Yesterday after the workshop, I did a reading for the divine masculines, and it was like the song that I was getting was Shania Twain, You Got Away With Me. Today's more about them and kind of what's happening around them right now for whoever this is for. You know what? I'm actually going to start with, I'm going to start with this. So I hope that everyone is having a good weekend and a good Sunday. And right now I'm hearing that song, You Got Away With Me. I finally stopped hearing it after like all day yesterday. All right, so let's see what this liberation of conformity is about. This is about the systems in their life, the structure in their life, what they were born into, that fated life versus the destined life, right? So for a lot of you guys, the masculine energies, you're this powerful way shower and like a guide, way shower, a guide. And there's this like really big energy of like submission to what's been keeping them imprisoned in their lives at this time. I'm getting stuck and bound. There's an inspirational energy of a taste of freedom. it's like when we awaken, we can't go back to sleep, right? And then we just start seeing everything for what it really is. And that's kind of where they're at right now. They've been integrating. It's been a very confusing and chaotic time, which we know. First card out. Card number 18, set free. See, liberation. Can't make it up, right? Set free. I want to be set free. I want to set myself free from the chains, okay? From the conformity, from the cookie cutter. This is how everyone expects me to be. You know, this is what everyone expects out of me. I'm tired of living my life in that way of, you know, people pleasing and doing what people just expect me to be and do, because that's who they're used to. They project expectation upon me because that's who they've always known me to be. But I'm no longer that person in so many ways. I've got to do something here about this. So, set free. I want to be set free, taking steps. The heart chakra is open. Okay. Following the voice of the heart and soul, rather than, you know, the ego and the ego-based decision making, and, you know, being connected, you know, addicted to the things they've been addicted to in the 3D matrix and all that. I'm hearing the systems are falling, which, okay, like on a global scale, yes, systems falling, right? Structures being broken down. It's the same thing. It's like a reflection of like what many people are going through in their own personal lives, right? Because the collective energy reflects us as a collective, right? So there's a lot of that chaos in people's lives right now. There's a lot of that, you know, I want to liberate myself and I don't want to be held down and, you know, living in chains and in fear, you know. I want to take control and be free. And for the masculine energies out there connected with the divine feminine, that's what they've been witnessing and feeling from their feminine, is that liberation energy. The feminine has been liberating themselves. The feminine has been, you know, marching to the beat of their own drum. The feminine is like, I'm gonna do and follow the voice of my heart and soul. And you know what? Not everyone is meant to be on this journey with me. And some people are gonna fall away, and I'm gonna lose people. I'm gonna lose partners. I'm gonna lose friendships. I'm gonna lose family members if that's what it takes, you know, because I have to be in alignment with my divine truth. And that's exactly what's happening with them as well. Okay. Detour with a fox. It's weird. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the top of the deck. This is the bottom of the deck. But this card was facing the wrong way. Okay, that was on purpose, because they're taking a detour, setting themselves free in their life and cutting the energetic cords and ties. They're even, you know, it's not just with like relationships and things like that. It is with their own old ways of being and doing. They're really shifting right now. There's a lot of transformative energy taking place. And so they're aligning to that, to the new version of self, rather than, you know, it's uncharted territory for them. And it's a little, you know, it's a little scary, right? Just like when we first started our awakening and our journeys, right? They've been awakening, but this is like a moment where they're aligning action to the awakening. They're really surrendering to that control of, I've got to hold on to this because this is all I've known. This is all I've known. This is how I've lived my whole life, you know. And when we all get to that point, it can be scary, right? But we transmute that fear and we take all of it and we alchemize it into motivation and into our power and into our healing and into new beginnings and everything else, right? We don't remain stuck. we cut those ties. Like, you know, I've used this analogy before of like the balloons, you know, holding the balloons on the string. You cut those strings and the balloons, they fly, they go, right? Okay, that's like what's happening right here with them. Okay, so, you know, there's no ever guarantee of, oh, they're gonna cut ties and return to the divine feminine and live happily ever after. You know, this truly is an individualistic journey of self, of returning back to self and oneness. It's not, you know, and I know I talk about this, of the obsession of, you know, when's this person coming in? I want to be with my person and go out on dates and, you know, make love all night long and have them dote upon me. It's more so about like being supportive on the astral plane and energetically to each other, and helping each other in that way, which the feminine has been doing a really beautiful job of doing, which is why, not the only reason why, but which is why the masculine energies right now, they're feeling very motivated by you, very inspired by you. They truly do want to be more like you. It's that like FOMO energy, you know, the fear of missing out. They're scared of wasting away the life. They're feeling this shift and change, like, I'm here for more, I'm meant to do more, I'm meant to align to more, I'm meant to have more, I'm meant to live more, experience more, you know, feel more, everything, right? It's that expansive energy that we start to embody when we truly start to ascend and awaken, which is where they're at right now. Okay, so all of that energy is really inspiring this energy right here. Okay, and the fox energy is you know, the fox is cunning and sly and swift, right? Swift like a fox, right? So there's a quickness about it where they're feeling, for some of them, you know, like it's almost impulsive, kind of like, I've got to like hurry up and shift my life and transform my life and change my life. Okay, like for some reason I'm getting time's running out, and it could be connecting to the divine feminine energy of fear of, you know, again, FOMO, fear of missing out, that maybe too much time has passed, maybe they've taken too long, you know, the detour that they took, that they've been on, right? But it was a necessary detour. I'm also getting something about like outfoxing someone, like outfoxing, outsmarting. I'm not getting a clear message on that, which is kind of weird. That like hardly ever happens to me. But it's probably because of what's going on up here. But what I'm getting is, I almost feel like with the fox, like it can be a trickster energy. Okay, I almost feel like the masculine is coming to terms with the fact that they've been trying to control this dynamic, this connection, okay, this union, in a sense, right? Of, you know, I always get what I want and people always come to me and I'm the one that's always in control, you know? And so I really thought that I was going to outfox this feminine energy, and it's not a competitive from the feminine side, or it's nothing like that. It's just that they realized how much they were in the ego, and now it's like they're in the heart space and they're going, what was I thinking? You know, trying to bend things and manipulate things to my way, you know, when in reality I'm seeing the truth of what my feminine is reflecting to me, which is the truth and the way, you know. So I hope I'm explaining that. I'm trying to explain it the best that I'm feeling it. So hello, my loves. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Hi, Bappa. Yes, Crystal, my love, the list is still open. If you want to get on the list, I'll go ahead and add you right now. Okay. All right, so let's see what else wants to come out. Wow. I'm telling you, you guys, like the message came through so strongly. That's why I posted it this morning on the community page. I think all I put was like, the masculine is liberating from conformity. I'll be talking about this later today, you know, on the live. So, and the first 3 cards out here are all about that. Setting yourself free, detouring your life. I'm getting like a construction zone, detour, you know, all of that. So they're detouring, they're going through construction right now. They're reconstructing themselves, their lives, their realities, cutting ties, toxic ties. You know, this ecliptic energy is really opening that up, and really it's giving like a boost of for me, strength and confidence for all of us to cut ties that we need to cut with ourselves, with people, our old habits, our old ways of being, and setting the stage and the pathway for the new, right? For what's to come, okay? For the new timelines and versions of self that we are truly meant to be on a soul level, okay? This is the time where everything really shifts and transforms. As within, so without. The more that we are experiencing this, the more outwardly it's going to reflect in our realities, as well as the outside world, okay, globally, okay, which is again why we are seeing a lot of what we are seeing, right? So that fox keeps calling me in. Finances. I'm hearing financial structures. Okay. So for the masculines out there, for some of them, this could actually have to do directly with their work situations, with their jobs. They could be releasing themselves from toxic, you know, career paths, or maybe their heart is shifting them in a different direction of a career path. They may not resonate with what they've been doing, okay? I'm also getting like, they're, again, with the cutting ties and the detour, it's like they're detouring their life. They're shifting things right now, because for whatever reason or the next, I'm getting like money drainage, where maybe people around them or partnerships or things like that. It's a, what's the word? Like an energy vampire, but that's not what I'm looking for. It is opportunist energy. They have people around them. That's what I mean. So maybe they've been staying in confinement or in connections or in jobs or whatever it is, because it's like, I'm used to making money. I'm used to, you know, doing things this way. I'm used to, you know, being a workaholic. You know, I'm used to being the provider. I'm used to being the one that is needed, you know, like, yeah, that's right. I have power. I have control because you need me, not the other way around. I'm the breadwinner, right? It is like that for a lot of divine masculines. I know, because for many people here, you guys are my clients, and it's tale as old as time. You know, it's very consistent with the energies, and it's not going to be for every single person. Or if it's also about materialism. Okay, the materialism is being transmuted. It's being broken down right now. Okay, where they've stayed in comfort zones for too long because of materialism. Because it's just, it's safe. This job is safe. This relationship is safe. You know, we have a lot of finances tied up together, or we live together, or whatever it is, right? But it's also about the material realm, like the devil energy that I'm receiving from this. Hi, no baby 83. Yes, love, the list is open. I will take you. Probably just like a few more people, if that. And hopefully my energy levels support me today, or keep supporting me today. Okay, and if there is anyone here that wants to get on the list for a reading today, you know, I think what I'll do is give you guys the option, you know, like when, you know, if you're here in the live, when we do the live readings, if you guys want me to just kind of do overall general, or, you know, focus on love, or if you want me to bring forth messages from the higher self, and basically what it is like your past selves, okay, is what I'm connecting with. So messages from your past selves, from who you've been in past lives, okay? So anyways, the way to get on the list, I did put it in the description box for this message, but it's $25 USD is the energetic exchange, okay? And you can send the payment to Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot on PayPal and Cash App. And on Venmo, it's a little different. It's gypsycowgirl_tarot, okay? And then you come back in and you say paid. And then I will add you, okay? And I'll see the payments come down on my end too. But sometimes I miss it when I'm channeling. So root chakra, how funny. Yesterday, this was the whole, our activation workshop. This was the whole thing that we did, was a healing and clearing of the root chakra energy. And it's big right now for people. So the masculine is feeling very ungrounded, very unsafe in their environment, okay? They do suffer from abandonment wounds from the past life energy, things of that nature. So they've been staying in situations, again, like I just said, of comfort, of this is what I'm used to. It may not be the best and it may not be ideal, and I might be sick of it, or I might hate where I'm at, but at least it's safety, it's comfort, you know? So it's like they were hiding out in these lives, in these spaces, okay? But now there's a different energy. I'm hearing uprooting, okay? So it's uprooting to shift things, right? And cutting away these ties and these energy cords that have had them stuck and bound, directly associating to the root chakra, okay? This right here is what do you fear? If you're living in fear, if you're fearful of things, your root chakra is it's blocked, okay? There's things going on there. If you're not feeling grounded and stable, okay, that's the root chakra. You're not feeling safe in your environment or safe in your own life. And it's not safe like, you know, I'm not getting like them being like, you know, I'm so scared. But what it is fear of change, fear of shifting, fear of ending things. Because that means they have to shift and change as well. Because there's no going backwards. Remember, once we awaken, we don't go back to sleep. They can't go back to sleep. They're awake to it now. Everything they're seeing is different. They're seeing things very differently at this time. They have been. Okay. So, and for some of them, you know, they've been, and I've talked about this, they've been resisting cutting ties and detouring and shifting their life and reconstructing their 3D reality and everything, because for some of them, they are, you know, people are financially dependent upon them, or, you know, things of that nature. So they've been like kind of spinning their wheels for some of like, well, you know, if I end things, like we have to figure out living situations, or we have to figure out, you know, do you go, do I go? Because for a lot of you guys tuning in, it's like your person could be married or in some type of long-term live-in relationship or partnership. For some of them, they've lost jobs. I'm specifically getting that. For some of them, they've lost jobs, or the universe. It's like they're living. They're playing out karma right now, right? So the universe might be kicking them out of old timelines of, you know, this job is not where you're meant to be. So we're creating things that happen that you are being shifted out of this. So, you know, it can happen unexpectedly. They're terminated from a position or from a company. And it feels like, you know, their world is crashing down. That would be like a tower moment, right? But really it's divine redirection. It's to level them up to a higher path, okay, that's more aligned to their soul's truth and their true north, and, you know, all of that stuff, right? Dreams, bottom of the deck. And I'm getting the dreams that you wish. What it's like the, you know, the what, like it's like a Disney thing. The dreams that you dream will come true. It's like that. That's what I'm hearing, but I can't think of it right. Like I can't get it out right. But that's like where they're at. Okay, it's like it's more about following the voice of the soul and following their dreams and what they've been dreaming of and what they've been envisioning with their third eye, right? About their future. And for many of you guys tuning in, that directly revolves around and with their feminine, okay? faith. Yeah, everything's shifting for them. They're definitely like connecting on a much higher level right now, which is helping to create all of this stuff right here. Intuition, following the voice of my soul and my heart and my intuition rather than my ego. Their intuition is pointing them in new directions, but their intuition is guiding them, and the higher self is guiding them to mirror the divine feminine in the way that the feminine follows their own intuition. They live life intuitively, okay? They don't live life off of what other people do. They're not living life to fit in and to be cookie cutter like everybody else, you know, out there who is in a very conformed, systematic way of living and doing and being, right? The expansiveness that the feminine embodies, right? Which is very much like Empress energy. She's very expansive in that way. She's very abundant in that way, right? That's what they're following right now. Another card that was backwards on the bottom of the deck. The sacral chakra. We have the 2 lower chakras. Okay. For some of them, they've been weak. They've resisted shifting and change because for some of them, they were it was a manipulation, like sexual manipulation and financial manipulation with karmic situations, right? I've spoken of this before. Okay, they utilized sexuality, sensuality, and passion and things of that nature. It was abused. It was used in the wrong ways. You know, they would go for people purely based off of sex and out of attraction, and that's very much like, you know, that devil energy where you're codependent upon that. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So there's cords, there's energy cords being dissolved and cut within the root and the sacral right now. You know, for a lot of them, they don't even realize the shadow work that they're honestly doing on such a large scale. A lot of envisioning and thinking and feeling intuitively that, you know, if I do this, if I set myself free, my life will be more grounded. My finances will shift. It's like the way that they are feeling is like my luck will change. Like right now, I feel down on my luck. I feel like intuitively, if I do A, B, and C to free myself and to shift my life in a whole different direction than what it's been on, right? Detour, the detour card. I detour my life. I'm going to feel more grounded. There's going to be more stability that comes in. I myself will feel more stable, okay? I might be a little fearful of the shift, of the change, but it can't be worse than what I'm experiencing right now. Like they're finally putting like the pieces of that puzzle together, you know? Ready for a glow up. They're ready for a glow up. Okay, loves. I'll go back in just a few minutes, and I'll confirm all the payments and go through and add everyone. Okay. And sorry guys, I know I'm like sniffling, and I bought this. This morning I bought you know, like the saline solution for like your sinuses, you know, with the water. Like I had to do that because I was so like congested and plugged. So just bear with me. A wish is a dream your heart makes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, a dream is a wish your heart makes. Yes, when you're fast asleep. Yeah, they're wishing upon stars. They're manifesting like crazy. Wanting to shift the reality to a reality that brings forth celebration and joy and happiness. For me, that's also confirmation that many divine counterparts and unions are going to be celebrating. There's reasons to celebrate, okay? And we all have to keep in mind that we're in different timelines, right? Different parts of our journeys, right? For some of you guys, this is like happening now. For some, it may happen, you know, in November. For some, it may happen in January, okay? But you know, you have to know, no matter what happens, right, that what is meant for you will always be for you. Sorry guys, my tummy's growling. I had a piece of toast this morning, but apparently that wasn't enough. I was working with clients this morning. That's okay if it's a little backwards. That's okay. We knew, we all, I wasn't reading it backwards. I didn't even notice that. That's so funny. Protection, intention. Okay, this warrior energy, it keeps coming through, you know, where like the masculines have been feeling that they need to protect the feminine from themselves. Like, you know, I'm getting like, you don't want me, trust me. Like, I'm damaged goods. Again, with the, you know, lack of confidence and, you know, insecurity and feeling like the feminine is way up here and they're like down here. Like, there's no way I could be on this person's level, you know, energetically or whatever it is, you know. For many, they've seen the feminine energy go through different transformations and level ups and glow ups. And, you know, you've been shifting consciousness and shifting your lives around and changing and all the things, right? And they feel like they've been stuck, like, you know, like frozen in time is what I'm getting, okay? And the feminine has been, it's like you're not even in the same worlds at some point, you know, is kind of how they feel. Like, my world does not fit that person's world. Like, our worlds don't belong together. The feminine doesn't belong in my world. And it's not like they're saying it in a bad way. They're just, again, it's a protective energy. You know what? 1 second, my loves. I'm gonna go grab a water real fast. Just 1 second. Well, if I do end up getting sick or like have a cold or something, you know, it's just the body working stuff out. So, you know, it is what it is. But the warrior energy of intention and protection and celebrate, I feel that it's like celebration of a physical meeting, conversation, union, you know, things like that. Okay, that brings an extreme amount of celebratory, very happy energy to the both of you know, both people is what I want to say, you know. But they feel this need right now to protect the feminine, okay? No longer from themselves, but they want to protect the feminine, like be by the feminine side to be able to protect them, because in many lifetimes, right, they've been there for that reason, for protection reason, you know. They are a warrior energy. It's the emperor, you know. You got to think of that energy, you know. And if you're a masculine watching this and you're the feminine in this connection only, okay, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. They want to be by your side and, like, you know, shield you energetically from outside forces and other energies and be supportive of you and protective of your heart and, like, you know, things like that, okay? Okay, but you would more than likely be like more of the warrior energy to that person, right? Okay. Whoop. Sorry guys, hold on 1 second. blocking people. I'm like, don't mess with me today. I don't feel good. I'll block your ass. Like that. No more gypsy cowgirl for you. Those aren't subscribers anyways. Those are just people that are getting alerts for the live and they just come in here to be weird. Confirmation, the card fell out when I said that. See, they're not authentic energies to the channel. Can't make it up. Okay, but anyways, the masculines are feeling this like high level authenticity of this high level energy of authenticity within. Like, I can no longer live in this lie. I can no longer try to convince myself or the people around me, my friends, my family, that I'm, you know, that I'm this person still, or that I want to live like this still, or that I'm happy in this, you know, marriage still, or that I'm happy in this relationship. There's a very big like ick factor. Whoa, I just saw, I don't know if you guys saw that, but that's crazy. I just saw this, like, it was not like an orb, it was like, it looked like a puff of smoke, like a ghosty puff of smoke that just fluttered up. Divine protection. The light is all around. So anyways, so as the authentic energy rises and it's authentic to their true nature, okay, they're remembering their true nature, who they are, why they're here. And they're also seeing the people and situations around them like for what it is, right? And they're going, this is not authentic. This is not the real truth. This is false. This is fake. This is a bunch of schmoozers and people who blow smoke up each other's asses and ass kiss and gaslight. And that's really what it is. Just like we can see that like nothing, right? I can feel it. I can feel it from people. I don't even have to see it. I don't even have to witness it. I can feel it. I sense it. You know, I could be like on Instagram or Facebook and I see people posting and immediately it's like they could be putting out what seems to be the most authentic post. It is the most bullshit post. You know, it's like that. And that's how the masculines are feeling about themselves, their own lives, the people around them, you know, whatever it is. It's like, I just don't resonate with this any longer. Okay. And with all of the sunshine, sunflower energy, that's the sun card, happiness, bliss, awakening, enlightenment, right? There's so much light bursting through. Solar plexus chakra for me also with this energy here. So for me in reality, it's like the 3 lower chakras, okay? All right, are really doing some work here to assist in the masculine feeling authentically in their power once more. Okay, the solar plexus is our power center, right? If we're not feeling in our power, if we're feeling like we're powerless or, you know, things are out of control, right? That's where they've been. Now they're taking their seat on the throne back. Things are coming full circle. They want to bring things full circle here and be authentic to their feminine. They have the intention to be authentic to their feminine, listening to their intuition, wanting to ground this union in 3D reality, wanting to explore passionately with you in life. They view you as someone very stable, very, you know, they know that you're very protective of your own energy, but you're very, to them, very stable. Like, you're to them very much in your power. Okay, that's been intimidating to them while they have not been in theirs, because they're used to being the ones in all the power and holding all the power, right? And people viewing them as that powerful energy. So the fact that the feminine energy was mirroring back to them the opposite of that, reflecting to them their deepest, their wounds, their deepest insecurities, and their deepest fears and everything else. They didn't know what to do with that, right? So they ran. They hid. That's right, girl protection, yeah. Ooh, okay, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Yeah, the guides are protecting. So let's see what else comes out, and I'm going to pull a few tarot cards. Release, separation, setting free, detour, cutting ties, release, separation. I mean, they are no longer in separation with self. Okay, so they are now creating physical separations with the energies that are false. Okay, the false energies around them and in their lives at this time, even with the falseness with self, right? Again, there's nowhere, the light is shining in all corners of the world. So the darkness, the shadow has nowhere to hide within yourself, globally, within humanity, within the 3D matrix systems. Like it is all, there's nowhere to hide anymore. You can't hide. You can't bullshit. And it's really scary to a lot of people, including this person. Like, I have to release this old version of myself. I have to release this life that I've known. Cut and release. Separation is being influenced by the heart chakra. Manifesting new beginnings in their lives. Because they're no longer in that separation with self, you know? They are stepping back into that authoritative energy again, the monarch energy of the emperor. You know, you guys are both monarchs. What's funny about that is yesterday morning I got on YouTube, and it was like a sound healing video thing by this person that I love their frequencies. If you guys, it's Saint Finnegan, if you guys are familiar. But I love his stuff. But the very first thing I was shown, and it's funny because right before I went onto YouTube, and of course this is how the universe operates with signs and everything else, is, and confirming, you know, for me personally, but for everybody, right? I was thinking about things, and then I was receiving the message of, you know, that's like around the time that I kept hearing, like from when I woke up, that You've Got Away With Me song by Shania Twain. And then I go on YouTube, and as I'm like thinking all this and channeling and thinking and, you know, connecting, the very first thing I see is boom, monarch. So this frequency was called monarch, okay? And the monarch is that energy of the emperor, right? So it was just like dot, connect, dot, connect, dot, connect, dot, okay? And then let's go a step further with that. So I didn't listen to the frequency. I just was like, oh, that's cool. Confirmation, you know, thank you. Yes, the monarch is back on their throne in that sense, right? Like the emperor, the masculine energy, wanting to be, you know, not in control in a negative way, but they're taking control and taking the lead in their own realities and life and healing and stuff in a large way, right? Then this reader came on, and like the very first card that came out, I think it must have been the emperor, but she said this is someone who is like the monarch in their family, or they are a monarch type energy. And I was like, so it was within like just a few minutes, okay, of like me seeing the monarch, channeling the stuff that I was getting, and then boom, that reader says the word monarch, right? Not a word that is used very often, right? Like, but yeah, so, but then she also said, but you're a monarch too. Like, you're the one, like, you know, in this leadership energy as well, you know? And I was like, yeah, exactly. But that's not just for me, that's for like the collective energy too, because a lot of what I receive, it's for me personally, but it's also for the collective. Okay, so they are following what they feel in their heart to be the truth of their life. They're following in their heart what they feel to be the truth of their soul, okay? And yes, it connects very, 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 very much to their divine feminine. So releasing things and creating separation, okay? Going through physical separations, however that looks for them. You know, let's say this is someone who's like, you know, addicted to like social media and like, you know, like always having to be on there and like, you know, that's just like an example, right? That's like, that's a codependency. That's like an addiction to, you know, wanting to receive confirmation of your worthiness and things like that, right? So if you're going through an awakening, you no longer need that outside validation, right? So, you know, I used to do it, you guys. Like, I mean, I still do. Like, I'll post like selfies or like a little boomerang here and there and stuff, but it's not like all the time. You know, you get people who are posting like constantly, every day, all the time, right? Seeking that outside validation of look at me, compliment me, like my stuff, because that's what fills my heart. That's what fills my soul, because I'm separated with myself in ways, right? So once you start healing those parts of yourself, you no longer seek that outside validation, and you don't need all the bullshit that comes along with it. You're good with yourself, right? That's like what I'm getting here. So it's like they're no longer needing that outside validation of like a codependent karmic who, you know, feeds their ego by, you know, making themselves like, you know, like stroke my ego. Like, you know, I don't have to change. I can stay in my comfort zones and I can live how I've always been living. And, you know, sure, like my life may not really change and we might be stuck on karmic loops for however long or however many years, you know. But, you know, the stroking of the ego is no longer what fuels them, you see. So the people and situations and whatever it is that have been around them, stroking that ego, okay, feeling that the holes within themselves and their wounds and their heart and stuff that they were avoiding to do themselves, now they're doing that work. Okay, so the heart, it's a lot of this activated healing, you know, that is healing the wounds of separation within. Okay, and they are feeling very, very, very called and seeing very, very clearly, intuitively with that third eye and everything else. It's all about the soul tribe. It's about, I want to find my people, you know. These people are not my people. It's not going to be everybody, you know. It's not like every single person in their life, right? But like, just like all of us, you know, it might be a family member, okay, that you need to cut your ties with or set boundaries with. It might be a friendship, right? Your friend circle, your friend group. Maybe your friends are very much, you know, it just isn't, you don't vibe. You just don't resonate anymore with that stuff when you rise in frequency. And it's not because you're arrogant or you think you're too good. This is all stuff that people have said to me. So, but a lot of people receive this kind of energy, you know, oh, you're too good. It's like, you know, you're too good to hang out with us now. You're too good. No, it's just because you're toxic. You're negative. All you guys talk about is negative stuff and you obsess. You know, if it's like girlfriends, right? All you care about is like going out and like meeting someone and dolling yourself up to go out to the bar to like hope that a guy will get your, you know, you'll get their attention and they'll hit on you. Like, I don't need that outside validation. So no, that doesn't resonate with me. And no, I have zero desire to be around people who are out there for those reasons. Not just to have a good time, but they're out there all seeking validation. Not everybody, but you guys get the gist. Okay? Once you come into these places of healing and stuff and rising in frequency, you don't need that. Okay, so planning, they're planning in a planning preparatory. Every time I've said that recently, I always fumble that word. They've been preparing and planning this. So they are in a mode of, again, detouring their life. All right. Planning to come in to whom they feel is their part of their true soul family and soul tribe and soulmate or whatever. To seek forgiveness and trust and to build upon that once more. Look at this happiness. Look at that sunshine energy. It's also massive enlightenment around the fact that you are soul family and you can be trusted tenfold, a million times over. You're not an opportunist. They may have prejudged you, thought, oh, they're going to be just like everyone else. Okay? But this is where they're coming in from a place of, you know, seeking forgiveness of I'm sorry that I, you know, and truly they, you know, in my opinion, for many of them, they don't have anything to be sorry about, as far as maybe they seek forgiveness for, you know what, I'm sorry I didn't communicate to you. You know, I'm sorry that I didn't speak my truth sooner, or I'm sorry that I just ghosted you and left you on red, you know, because that's a very, that could be very difficult for the divine feminine, you know, to live in a space until you get to certain points where you surrender it up, you know. But while you're in that path of confusion, okay, it can be very painful for the feminine to they go, what happened, like, and it's this thing of like, what did I do, and then you come to this space of, it wasn't me, it was because of them, it has nothing to do with me. I just reflected things to them they could not handle and were not ready to heal. You see, people can only meet you at the place that they are willing to go themselves with their healing work. And if they're not peeling those layers back, if they're not doing that work and healing, they can't meet you on that level. It's not possible, right? And we know our worth and our value, and the love and compassion and nurturing energy that we embody and that we are, and our vibration and what we truly deserve. And it's not that, you know. Okay, so this is really beautiful energy, you guys, you know, and it really does, you know, this is more of a, you know, like I obviously do these kinds of messages all the time, you know, but this was really coming through in a strong way, where it was just very like on a soulful level. It wasn't about, oh, DM misses you and you know, it was more like coming from a space of like light work. It was coming from more of a space of healing. It was coming from you know, that kind of energy, you know. So and I feel more of these kinds of messages coming through, definitely. But it also helps to give more perspective of, you know, the journey, where they're at, you know, all the things, you know, stuff for the feminine, you know, all of that. You know, and I'm getting like a fluttery kind of energy here in the heart, you know, like it feels like butterflies are inside of my chest, you know, like, and that's relevant. Butterflies, transformative energy, coming out of the cocoon and hermit mode. The feminine is magnetizing. The feminine is calling the masculine back to them without lifting a freaking finger, by just literally living their life and rising up and loving themselves and healing. Okay, it is feeling this, there's this compelled energy of, I must go forward. I must shift this. I must bring us out of separation. Okay, so I'm planning. And I want to show my feminine now that they can trust me. That this move that I'm making, this shift that's taking place within me and outside of me is trustworthy. The runner becoming the stayer, you know? I haven't used this deck in a really long time, the Psychic Tarot. And for some reason I was called today to use it. So, man, you know, I saw someone post, I think it was Cindy, that they didn't get their notifications. Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know what they're doing, you guys, but, you know, check your notifications for your favorite readers and the channels, and my channel especially, because a lot of people aren't getting their notifications. Because, I mean, I know it's a weekend, it's a Sunday, but, you know, I don't know. Usually when I come on lives and I do my collective messages, the readings, you know, I'll have 100 and something, maybe 200 people in here. And then when we go to the live readings for the, you know, the personal readings, it goes down, you know, because people hop off. They're no longer, you know, they don't want to hang around. That's totally fine. But but yeah, like this, I can always tell. That's like the past few lives that I've done, I can tell. It's not, there's something not right. So, oh yeah, and Lisa didn't get hers either. Mayret, that resonates. I'm always getting told I'm no fun anymore or too good for it, when really it's just not fun to me. Yeah, it just doesn't resonate. I don't want to be around a bunch of dudes that just want to, you know, screw me. That's, you know, it's not going to happen. It doesn't feel good to me. I don't want to go and be around it, you know. And nothing against anyone who does that, you know. I've never been like that, really, but I used to absolutely seek validation and attention. Absolutely, I did. I didn't need it, you know. I didn't need it, you know. I know I'm an attractive person, but that was those wounds inside of myself, you know. It made me feel better and good when people were noticing those things about me, you know. And then once you find these parts of self that you've been disconnected from, you no longer, you don't need it. You don't need it. And that's what a lot of the codependency is with the divine, has been with the masculine energies and karmic energies, because they're both desperate, seeking outside validation of fulfillment, right? So and then it becomes toxic because it's just, right? And we've all been there, right? At some point, on some level. You know, I'm so thankful for my awakening. I am so thankful that my soul is the soul that it is, and that I was like, yep, send me back, and I'm going to awaken at this time, and this is my path. And, you know, I'm so thankful for it. Material harvest and power. Cards 8 and 9. Their material harvest has been wounded on some level. I can feel it. Not for everybody, but I can feel it. They were not in their power, and their harvest was being depleted. It's like the universe. I'm getting the example of, like, you know, like how they'll like how they do wage garnishing. They'll garnish your wages. Like, you don't even get to spend your check because they take like most of it out or something like that, you know. That's what I'm getting. It was like the universe was garnishing wages from the masculines because they had to learn a lesson with money and being addicted to it, and using it for ill will. And when I say ill will, I mean, like, let's say they had a drug addiction, or let's say they, you know, would go out to, you know, bars all the time, or strip clubs, or, you know, and these are examples, you know, and again, like, no judgment ever from my end, ever. But like, to each their own. But or, you know, like jobs, you know, I'm just throwing myself into work. Oh, I have no time for romance. I have no time for love. You know, I'm avoiding my healing work, and I'm just gonna go, you know, and as long as I'm go, then I don't have to actually sit with myself and feel anything, right? And the universe said, I don't think so. Okay. But also what this is showing me too is that this energy here is like on a material 3D level, the masculines are taking back their power, okay? So it's like what's been in a reverse type energy for them is now shifting. They're remembering their bravery, their courage, their power, their strength. The lion speaks of, you know, leadership energy. Memories of love. This is like the 6 of Cups. There's a lot of that reminiscent energy with them. Looking back on what they had in their hands so long ago. This flame that still burns bright. I don't know what's going on with me today, you guys. I'm very poetic. I'm just channeling, like, differently. I don't know what the hell's going on, but probably has something to do with the workshop we did yesterday. It kind of opened me up more, I guess. I don't know. The eclipse energy, I don't know. It's just, there's different energy coming through right now. So I'm here for it though. I like it. I like not being so focused on the like, you know, masculine and not focus on this, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, just, you know, they're missing you, you know, like this. I like this. This is cool. So yeah, so this is what they're holding in their hand at this time, and what they're holding on to is this energy of the memories of true love, divine love, which is you, right? You give them power. Not like you literally give them power. You inspire power within to be courageous and brave, to make those difficult shifts within themselves and their life. Whether their free will comes back to the feminine or not, which many of you guys, yeah, they're coming. They can't, again, it's a compelled energy. One they've been resisting, but one now it's like I'm surrendering to that instead of trying to control everything. Reminiscent on photos. Looking you up online, you know, looking at your photos, you know, any way they can. It's their way of holding on and feeling the closeness. See how it's the candle in the hand? It's touch, closeness. It's the closest thing they have right now. Okay, as they plan to make their moves and shift their lives and come forward for many. We have 6, 8, and 9. We're just missing 7. And then the universe. Universe ain't playing anymore with any of us. Okay, but this is like the world card in the tarot. So it speaks of completion. I'm hearing the word disastrous. Cleaning up messes. They feel like, you know, they've been being cracked down. They've been being broken down, and it has felt disastrous. It has looked disastrous. Like this whirlwind. To me, it's like this, you know, like a tornado energy, you know, like we're looking in the eye of the storm, like the eye of the tornado, you know, and it's just all through their life, through their finances, through their relationships, right? Like just a tornado just blowing through from the universe. But it's also their karma, like ways that they've created it themselves by resisting the change. Wow, 21 and 20. This is the world and judgment. You see? As I speak of the tornado and looking into the eye of the storm, that's what they're now doing. They're looking into the eye of the storm of life. And instead of going, oh no, that's scary, I do not want to go there. I'm just gonna sit here and look out to my future and avoid the truth of what I feel and what I know. And if I just keep burying my head in the sand, you know, it'll go away, you know. Because in the old paradigm, in the old earth, okay, that's what we used to be able to do. We used to be able to avoid things for a great deal of time before we'd be knocked over, you know. And now, again, there's nowhere to hide. You have to face the truth. So now they are facing the truth. Wow. 21, 20, 19. Oh. So it's like, this is, you know, all 3 major arcana energies. It's like the sun card in the tarot. Completion of cycles, making judgment calls. They want you to trust that they are on their way. And, you know, these are journeys, you guys, right? So if you feel like you're ready to date and go out and, you know, you're in a space like that, then go do it, right? Don't put your life on hold for people, ever. Ever, 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 right? But if you're also like a divine feminine energy where you feel like, you know, we're still healing. We're always going to be working on ourselves. We're always going to be healing, you know, even me. Like, and then it's like the more we rise in our frequency and healing work, the deeper we go. It first starts off with this lifetime. And then we dive deeper into that, going into past life, energies of healing and deep diving there, right? Peeling back the layers, peeling back the layers. And trust me, if you're an old soul, you got many, 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 many fucking layers. So choosing the light path, okay? Turning their back and creating judgment calls and calling judgment upon the devil within and without in their reality. Massive enlightenment here. And also it's like you, I mean, look at this energy here. It's like you are this light energy, this life force energy to them. You have made them, you've shown them by being a reflection to them many, many, many things. And maybe some of you guys have actually spoken physical words to your person that, you know, maybe really, you know, set some wheels into motion for them, you know. But for a lot of you guys out there, sorry, there's been no contact, or very, 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 very minimal contact. Like months go by without speaking, right? I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, I know, Erica, you know, it's been really hard. I haven't heard from my person for 2 whole weeks since we broke up. This is not that. This is not that. So there's and the feminine is gonna receive some enlightenment upon this too. All right, so let's just see. Foundation and achievements. Look at this. Home is where the heart is. Look at the rainbow across the strong, beautiful home foundation of what they are wanting to manifest and co-create with you. It's also a completion of endings and judgment calls being made upon faulty foundations in their 3D reality. So with you, it's this way. With their 3D reality and partnerships and family dynamics and home dynamics or whatever, dating dynamics, it's like this. Okay. All right, so let's get one more of these. Financial and material changes. This just confirms what I just got done saying about their 3D reality. It's material, okay? It's physical. Their physical reality right now is what they're creating the changes to. The 5 represents change, obstacles, transition. All right, so I'm like very satisfied with this message, you guys. I'm going to end with some just messages from this person just to see what they would want to say right now. I mean, we have a pretty clear idea, but is this my older one? Yeah. Okay. Memories of you haunt me, and I feel blue. That's not a song, I just made that up. But I'm sure there's a song out there that kind of sounds like it though. Ooh, protection just fell out again. And forgiveness. I would like you to forgive me, and I want to protect your feelings. I want to protect you, my love. I don't ever want to be the cause of tears, sadness, pain, confusion. And I'm really hot too. I'm gonna have to go turn on the air conditioner. I'm so over this weather right now. I mean, I love like fall weather, but it's like still in like the weird phase here in Northern California of, you know, I want to be cold one day. I want to be hot one day. I want to be cold one day, sweater weather, shorts and tank top weather, you know, or it starts off like really chilly in the morning, like this morning. And then now it's getting hot. That's actually relevant to the masculine's energy, being hot, cold, hot, cold. And now we're going to start flowing into that fall energy, right? After this weird up and down energy, hot, cold. And it's going to be more of a consistent coolness, cold, fall energy, right? All right. So we're going to start seeing more of that consistent energy. All right. You're going to start seeing that consistency that you are mirrored back to you from the divine masculine. You're solid. That's what I'm getting from the masculine. Like, they're like, you're solid. Like, you're probably like one of the most solid people that I've ever known and met. Like, you're consistent in who you are. I have learned karmic lessons. I have learned self-love, and I choose to live my best life. So they're learning self-love. They're starting to embody that more. For some of you guys, yep, they're like right here, ready to go. Like I said, for some, it happens a few weeks. Next month, maybe in December, I don't know. It's collective, so, you know, you feel it out how you feel it out. But I know I have been away too long. I know I've stayed with my karmic for way too long. And then on the bottom here, it says change. So again, confirmation of the change. It's like, I know, I see it. I know my patterns now, and I see what I've done, and, you know, all that. Confirming the very last card in the message too from this deck of that number 5, which I said was change, transitions. I can't see anything clearly. My life is a mess. You are the only thing that makes sense. Yep. That's that tornado energy. The more you face that energy, right? Like the storms of our life. When we face the storms of life head on, like the buffalo does, right? It's the only animal that doesn't run and hide for shelter when there's a storm and stuff. The buffalo will face the storm head on. And when we do that, that's when we see the shifts and the change. I want to reconcile. I just know that it's not the time. Okay. So again, they're planning. They're making moves. Okay, in their life, setting things up, shifting themselves, aligning. Okay. And for some of you guys, this is where they've been, right? Because I feel it very strongly with this solar eclipse energy. I feel that there's, you know, again, the month of October is very balancing and beautiful, and there's a lot of breakthrough energy. Especially, you know, moving closer to Scorpio season. You know, I love the energy that Libra and Scorpio create together in the month of October. It's very beautiful. Because it's very balancing, harmonizing, transformation. I meant everything that I said to you and everything that I did not say, okay? So it's like they're admitting, like what they're saying here is, you know the things that I have never said, it's true. Like, yes, I know that I've never said I love you, and that this is that, and how I feel, and you are, you know, the best thing that I've ever, you know, the best person I've ever met, and la 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 la, right? So the things that I said to you, I meant, and the things that I did not say, I also meant. Because there's a lot of unspoken truth there. I live on a ranch, like on a farm ranch, you know, and my landlord's dog, she's a herding dog, you know. Anyways, she stands out front, and as trucks drive by, she like runs after them and barks. It's so funny. I looked out and she was doing that. I was thinking too logically about us, but the reality is that there's no room for logic in true love. Out of the head and into the heart. Twin flame or soulmate, secret admirer. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. A lot of that. Letting you go was the hardest and dumbest thing I've done. Okay, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it right there. So that is what I have for you today, my loves. Okay, so thank you, you guys. If this was your message, be sure to claim it. I'm like, there's 86 people in here and 35 likes. Let's get those likes up. I know it resonated with more people than that. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be watching. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and see and confirm everyone who signed up for today for the list. And what we'll do is, if you're here on the live, because I said like a past life message, right, from like your past selves, your oversoul, about, you know, I have no idea what's gonna come through. I have no clue, right? But it could be like about who you've maybe been, the type of gifts you embody, just messages about, I have no idea, right? But if you would rather have like, you know, a love message, maybe about your person, or just overall guidance, or, you know, something like that, you know, just let me know when it comes up to your turn on the list, and I'll channel that out for you, okay? All right, so let me go through and thanks, loves. Thanks for getting the likes up. YouTube has shifted so much with the algorithms here that it really helps to get this video out through YouTube to the people who need it, right? So essentially it's good karma. It's paying it forward to your fellow, you know, soul familia out there. But it like lets YouTube know, like, yeah, this is a reading worth watching. But more than anything, it's like, this is a person worth watching, you know, kind of a thing. So I really appreciate it. Another thing too that I've recently learned is, speaking of the algorithms, like, let's say that you're like on YouTube and you come across someone, doesn't have to be a reader, it could be like a music page or anything, right? And you see them like, you know, and you're like, oh, I like this, and so you subscribe, right? It actually hurts the person if you subscribe and like don't actually watch the channel. You're better off not subscribing. I'm telling you, they're doing some funky stuff here with all of it. You know, so like if it's a reader, you know, if it's someone you really enjoy and you're going to watch regularly, and they're, you know, then definitely subscribe and like the videos, and for sure support the channel and help them out. But if it's like, it's like a reader that, you know, they have like one message every once in a while that resonates, you know, that's good, you know, then, you know, I would say, like, just go back to that channel and watch it instead of subscribing. But of course, you always do what you want, but they're just doing a lot of weird stuff right now. Okay, so let me scroll through here and go back up. All right, so Crystal, I have Crystal. She was the last person I have here. Okay, and November, I'm assuming that's November baby 83. Baby 83. Okay, you said Venmo. And what is your first name? Okay, and then Summer. I saw Summer's payment go through. Jordan. Okay, and Alicia K. And she wants Divine Masculine energy check-in. Okay. Sorry guys, I know I'm like chewing my gum all crazy. Sorry. Sometimes I catch myself doing that. So, hi Maria. Yes, you caught the live. Yay! And let me go ahead and see. There's holding. right. All right, so I'm just waiting for November Baby 83 for a first name, and then give me 1 second, loves. Whoop. Goodness. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read the list real quick. Number 1, so it's gonna be a lot of people who paid on Friday. Carly Tressler, number 1. Balish, 2. Lisa Haney, 3. Cindy is 4. CJ, 5. Nisha, 6. Roxanna M is 7. Maryanne M is 8. Alex is number 9. Lauren M is 10. Melissa S is 11. Wanda 12. Emily H 13. Crystal 14. I just saw the name. Jackie 15. Summer 16. Jordan 17, and Alicia is 18. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. Let's see here too. I might take just like 1 or 2 more people, but we'll see if anyone else wants to come in. All right, so first is Carly. All right, and I'm not sure if you're here, Carly, my love. So I will connect with past life energy and see what comes through for you. I got immediately I heard Switzerland, so I don't know if that's like ethnicity that you resonate with, or if this is just a part of like for a lot of us, right, like we could have different different ethnicities in our blood, right, like in our genes and whatever, right? But I did get that. So you may resonate with that place, or maybe you've always wanted to visit there or go there or have felt called there or resonate with it. Like, we have a pull to places. Okay. This is what I'm getting with that, like a powerful healer. And then I'm hearing the timeline of this is like around 1683, and then I'm getting a powerful healer. So we'll see, and these aren't gonna, they're not long readings. So it's not like a real Akashic reading with me. Like if you book a reading, we go in to your Akash and it's like a whole thing, but I'm picking up on just the soul resonance and things that come through for you, okay? I feel like, Carly, that could have been one of the last times you incarnated. Yeah, and see, look at this, the White Witch. Powerful healer, okay? So confirmation that you are that in this particular, whatever's coming through. And again, I'm getting Switzerland. I don't know if you live there, if like that's a part of your ancestry. It feels like it's a part of your bloodline, but it's a place where you were. We'll say that. Whether you live there, you got, somehow ended up there. A lot of earthy magic coming through, okay? So girlfriend, you're being called to kind of to get back, not get back, I mean, yeah, get back into it, but like connect with that side of yourself, okay? When we connect with these old parts of ourselves, right, of who we've been, okay, like it opens us up more. It opens us up in like a big way. Like for me, like when I was called to pick up the divination tool of tarot again, right? It was like I was already opening up and awakening and stuff, but then it just started like, it was like it catapulted me into more of my gifts and opening up more of my gifts, okay? So I feel that's what you're being called to do. The owl spirit, I feel, has been a spirit animal that's been with you for a long time. This owl is like very much drawing me in here, like in a big way. Gift of prophecy. High vibe diet. Okay, so you could be being called to maybe shift your diet a little bit. All right, and this is like, you know, connecting to this. It's like, you know, opening up these parts of self more, right? Like shifting our diet, cleansing, really integrating, you know, and doing that kind of work. It really helps to open us up, okay? To help us reconnect to these parts of selves, okay? So you have a gift of prophecy. It's like, you know how I say like an oracle and prophetess. It's like that, like you're a prophetess. But again, what I was hearing before I started doing anything was a powerful healer. Let's confirm. Let's get one more. You're untouchable. And then activations, wake up and dualistic vision. Yeah, okay. So powerful healer, powerful seer, right? And I know that for those of you guys who do like the past life energy today, a lot of you guys are probably going to get this kind of energy because it's who a lot of us have been throughout many lifetimes, right? So it's like it's time to wake up to these lost parts of self. All right, it's like I'm also getting like the prophetic energy and like the visions of future are going to start coming through more. I'm also getting mediumship. Okay, like I feel like you can commune with spirits. That's probably why the owl spirit animal is around you too. Maybe you really connect with the owl spirit because they are you know, very, very wise seers, the owls, you know. And for me, they're very connected to the spiritual realm, like the raven and the crow and stuff like that. The hawk, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, and then yeah, I keep getting healing with herbs, So like you might be called to like apothecary type stuff, or you know, learning more about what certain herbs do and their healing properties and metaphysical properties, things of that nature. But with the owl spirit, yeah, you're being guided to in a big way, and you will be guided. Okay, there's activations happening here. Okay, so this is that. So I hope that it's going to be kind of funny, but I hope it should resonate. It should intuitively be like, yeah, that feels right. That feels right. Okay. So that is what I have for you, my love. Interesting. 1683. I love it. I always get like timelines usually like that, and then like years, and sometimes it'll be way before, and I'm like, I don't even know if that's before Christ, after Christ. I don't know, you know. So you may have to do a little research, you guys, on this and on yourselves. Okay, number 2 is Balish. Oh, that's what I need to do, is go turn on my air conditioner. I'm burning. I don't think I'm actually running a fever. Actually, yeah, I do feel pretty warm. But then again, I get hot when I channel, so. All right. Okay, Balish wants past life. Okay, hold on one second, look. I'm just gonna go click on the AC right out here. I'm like dying and I don't wanna. I love this thing, but it's like one of those things, you guys, it always gets caught on the door handles. This was actually my my grandmother, who's passed on, but she dressed very like, I don't know, very kind of elegantly, but like priestessy, and like she had a lot of like very like flowy like, you know, things, and I got a lot of her stuff. Okay, so for Balish. All right. So Balish, you know, again, this is what's coming through for you. I'm getting like spending time in Southeast Asia. And I'm also getting the Philippines. I'm getting a lot of like ocean travel and ships. That's so crazy, but I don't think it was called that at this time. I don't think it was called that. That's just what I'm getting right now. Okay, so, and I'm getting like silks and trades and like spices, and I feel like you were some kind of a merchant in this, whatever's coming through. You were like a merchant, and you did a lot of like ocean traveling. I'm wondering if do you have a fear of the ocean at all? Or ships or boats? Because for some reason I'm kind of getting that. Let's see here. I want to use this deck just real fast to see what comes through. Balish. Ooh. The father energy, okay. So I think that with this, what I'm getting here is in maybe this particular lifetime, you were actually a man. We've had lifetimes as other energies or as other genders for sure. And I think that's what you did for a living, was like you were a merchant and you sailed the open sea, and maybe you did a lot of business in like Southern Asia and in these parts. But I'm getting like ocean sickness, seasickness, like I don't know, I'm getting something about that. Again, that's why I'm like, are you afraid of the ocean? Or does, you know, maybe you like the ocean, but maybe you're like, I have no desire to be out in the middle of the ocean, you know? It's like that. Baby and live communing, okay. You know what I'm getting here is that like, okay, so whatever this was, like it was you, okay, like you were a male in this particular lifetime. I have a fear of drowning. That's exactly what I was, yep, that's exactly it. Yep. Because, and now I'm getting like lost at sea. So whatever it was, and this is, again, when you do like past life readings with me, like real Akashic, like, you know, this is not that it's not real, but like where we get to sit down and I walk you through the like a meditation, and we open up the Akashic records with, you know, together and stuff like that. Your Akashic records and things. It's always going to be healing and connect to this lifetime somehow. So the lifetime that's coming in right now, okay, is specific, because what I'm feeling is you have a soul contract with your father that it's like you guys have incarnated many times, and it might be karmic or whatever. But I feel like this was generational. Like I feel like you were born on a ship. I feel like you were, you know, conceived on the ship. I feel like your father was a sailor. And I feel like whoever, you know, I feel like it's also the same person is your father in this lifetime. Okay. So, you know, but I feel it almost, you know, it doesn't have to be really bad or toxic, but it feels like a karmic soulmate where there's karma to be cleared between the two of you guys. And also what I'm getting is lost at sea or like that, like you died at sea. in this particular lifetime, okay? So this is going to help you in the way of being more aware of it right now, and also releasing these wounds, okay, that you're still holding on to heal them, okay, that could be affecting you. So I'm actually going to use one of these. You know, and I wish that I could go more into these, obviously, with you guys, but you know, these aren't very long messages when we do the lives, but they're always powerful, whatever comes through. You know. Okay, and then Balish, you also, and I know this is not about your ethnicity or your bloodline. This is more about just like who you've been, where you've traveled, and how you have ties to these certain places and lands, okay? Now, the places that I mentioned before are also, especially Thailand, okay, is very connected to Atlantis, okay? So keep that in mind as well, which, there you go again with all that watery type energy. Yeah, see, so it says DM, okay, so this is not, okay, it's confirming here, you were a divine masculine, like you were a masculine in this particular lifetime, okay? And then on the bottom here, it's soul remembrance, okay? So it's confirming, okay, the energy that I'm receiving and picking up on, okay? There's a soul remembrance of you having a fatality of one of your lifetimes out at the open sea, on the ocean. It could have been anything. I think what happened was there was something with like the sails, like maybe it was a storm and it was something with one of the sails, and that's what I'm getting, lost at sea. And I think maybe something happened, like you ran out of food, or, you know, something, you know, maybe happened, and then you know, maybe ended up just going overboard because it was like, no one's going to find me out here. You know, it's not like back then where we had technology. This kind of stuff was very common, by the way. Like for many of us, you know, I have some lifetimes that are similar to that, and you know, and just different things, you know, but we never know what's going to come through when I do like the past life reading. So just FYI, you guys, be prepared. But yeah, so confirmation of that. So you now can go into, you know, maybe doing some meditations and connecting to your past self, your past lives, asking to open you up more to what I shared with you right now, and to bring forth healing and things like that, okay? Yeah, and for some reason I feel like you hold, I'm getting like the wounding around the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. So it's almost like you felt powerless in that moment while you were doing something that at the time you were actually very passionate about, okay? So I don't know, but that's what I have for you, my love, okay? All right, Lisa. Okay, so Lisa, okay, so she already said past life Akashic. Okay, cool. So immediately, Lisa, I'm being shown, like I'm being drawn to Germany. Okay, so I don't know if you have family, like if it's like you have family bloodlines or your genetics, like if you have like German or ties to that, but I was being shown Germany immediately. But it doesn't even have to be that. It could just be, like I said to Balish and stuff, like it could just be like, oh, I spent time there, or what's coming through, I was in that region at the time. And I feel like, and what I'm also getting is Native American energy, like here in the States, like, you know, back then. For some reason, I'm getting the buffalo spirit. So I don't know. It's like, I'm getting the buffalo spirit, but they worship the buffalo, the natives, the Native Americans. So I don't know if you resonate with, like if you're drawn to the Native American culture, or if you think it's like really cool, or you just feel like resonant to it. But the buffalo, I'm getting like specifically like buffalo skins, like you wore buffalo skins. That's what I'm picking up on and seeing. Okay. So this could, I feel like this is like maybe two different energies that are coming through as far as lifetimes go. The Germany thing though, I'm also getting Vikings. Okay. Something about the Vikings going to war again with animal fur skins. That's what I'm seeing. You know, like that show, I don't know if you know that show, like the Vikings or whatever, or I don't know, it's about the Vikings. I don't know if that's what it's called, but I think it is. I think it's called Vikings. That's like what I'm seeing is kind of like that energy. And now I'm getting like Celtic energy, which isn't necessarily German energy, but I feel like you are connected to that and maybe you were in that region for some reason, okay? Okay, so I think what I'm being shown in these two separate lifetimes is you're a medicine woman, you're a healer, a medicine woman, okay? Like you've in many different lifetimes, you've been a medicinal mother, a healer, you've helped people. What are these cards that came out? The Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. And then the arrow, how funny, as I'm speaking of the Native American culture, we get the arrow energy. Okay, so there's something there with that. There's something there with that. Surround yourself with protective energy and take time to reflect. You know what I'm getting with this? See how she's like looking into what would look like a mirror energy? Okay, it's like a portal, but it's like a mirror, right? Mirrors are portals. But I feel like you've done a lot of like you're a seer and like a healer, right? So I feel like you've done a lot of divination in that regard with like scrying, like mirror scrying. You've used you know how to like access portals and like you're in one place of the world and you're able to utilize a mirror and you're able to look into another place in the world. Okay, that's real. That stuff is very real. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm getting here, okay? So again, I don't know how it ties these lifetimes, and I'm sorry that it's kind of taken me all over, but sometimes that happens. Let's just see what comes out with these cards. Let's use this one. You're a protector in the womb. Okay, so as I was saying that you're a protector, this card came out in the womb, okay? So it's like you're someone who, like I said, a medicine mother. I'm seeing more of like someone who helped protect like women and children, okay? In past lives, many of us, right? Like that's a very important thing. Women and children, like especially women, were scrutinized, weren't taken seriously. They had no power. So that's what I'm kind of feeling is like you're someone that helped protect women and children. And I'm also getting the word doula. So it could be, I don't know, in this lifetime, if you feel that way, very protective over, and particularly women, the children. I mean, that's kind of, a lot of us are, loving and protective towards children, but there's something more to it than that. Maybe you've felt called to be a doula or you have interest in it. I don't know, but I'm getting that. Like you helped people, women, I mean, like birth children. Denying truth. Integration, new frequency, and joining forces. Yeah, with this denying truth, it's like you help people who had no voice. It was like their truth was denied by the outside, community or whatever you want to say, okay? And then integration, new frequency, and joining forces. You know what I'm getting with the joining forces is that's what you did. You joined forces with people. You were a protector, a powerful scryer, and a seer. There's doula energy here. For sure, I keep getting that. Doula. Okay, see how she has angel wings? It's like you're a powerful protector, an angel here on earth, right? To people, and you've always been that way with people, okay? And again, I feel like you've had an incarnation where you were like this energy too, but like maybe you somehow helped out Native Americans or the culture back then, or I have no idea. Okay. And then I'm also getting, like I said, like Germany and Celtic energy, which is more like, I think Scottish, Irish, like that whole kind of thing over there. So like that kind of area of Europe, I want to say. But I'm also getting Viking energy. Okay. So for me, it's like multiple things coming through all at once. Okay. So trying to discern it the best I can. But that's what I have. Okay. So in this lifetime, you know, it's like that's a part of why you're here. You're part of the reason why you're here is you are an angel on earth. You are meant to help people and protect women and children, to help, I don't know, you know, it's just, there's something with that healing energy but it's like, it's who you've been and you've carried it with you into this lifetime. And you're gonna like dive more into this stuff. There's a lot of integration happening, and there's new frequencies and downloads and activations coming in that are gonna help you expand within your healing work. Okay. So you're being shown the way. Okay. You're being shown the way. And it's very connected to who you've always been. There's a soul resonance there, okay? So I have, okay, so next is my Cindy. Oh, you're welcome, Baldish. You're welcome, my love. And Cindy wants past life. And Lisa, I'm an RN breastfeeding consultant this lifetime. There you go. There you go. So it's not exactly a doula, but in the past life energy, there you go. There you go. Yep, absolutely. So you're actually doing soul work. Yeah, there's a reason. Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that. So you work with women and babies. But I feel that that's going to be more expansive for you in some way as well. Okay, so I don't know what, but you know, when it's divine timing and we're called to certain things, and you know, it's our time to level up, or it's our time to expand outwardly, or open up to more things, or to build upon an already existing healing path or career, you know, it'll happen organically. Yeah, so beautiful. I love that. Okay, so Cindy. All right, Cindy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so immediately, Cindy. Okay, I know. Like you're, we share the same last name, right? So you have that Hispanic, the Hispanic energy, right? But immediately I can't even say it. The place in Mexico, Michoacan. Okay. Oh my God. You know what I'm talking about. I believe the state in Mexico. But I was immediately drawn there to that place. I'm hearing like, yeah, it's like I'm getting abuela, and then after I heard abuela, I got bruja, which we all know what that is, right? Michoacan, yes, there. Okay, so there's something there in a past life, and I feel like this is actually very resonant to one of your most recent lifetimes. It feels newer. Okay. Yeah, and I'm immediately, when I say newer, I was seeing 1886, which in all reality for incarnations, that's not that long ago to have like left and then come back again so soon, you know, which it does happen. I don't want to not say that, but so something with that. All right, so let's dig into that. Let's see what's up. It's like you were the abuela, or the, the again, like a healing type energy. It was very secretive, like people couldn't just come to you openly. There was something about that where it was like hidden. I think this is actually maybe what happened to you, what may have in this lifetime ended your life. Monk or nun, and then farm. Okay, so you know, monks, nuns, whatever, you know, they take care of, they they take care of people, right? Like a nunnery, right? Like, you know, they would maybe, you know, oversee an orphanage or children or, you know, things. But it's something about being like a humanitarian. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with that prayer. I'm getting like people pray to you, like, you know, like, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's like that people were like, so like, thank you, you know, like who you were in this lifetime. Like, you're very powerful, very powerful. And you worked a lot with, you know, it's just that old, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like that old, like, kind of witchy medicine type stuff, you know. I'm getting like chicken feet and like, you know, like rattles and lots of feathers and just stuff like that, you know. And it's nothing like, it's nothing dark, okay? It's nothing dark. It's just, you were very connected, okay, in that way, all right? And then on the bottom of the deck is the farm. So, and that's literally like kind of what I was seeing was like like a farm type, not like a barn, but it was like I'm seeing like land, and it's more of like a, you know, like adobe huts, like an adobe hut type thing, okay? Let's see what comes out from this deck. So I feel like that's where you did your work. And what I'm seeing is there's a hole in the roof, okay, like a circular hole. So you had fires going and all of that in the center of this dome kind of like hut type thing. I almost feel it's, yeah, it's like a mud hut. Anyways, I'm seeing the smoke rising up and like out of the, you know, the top of the thing. But that's where you healed people. The water guardian, connect with your emotions, and then the sage. Okay, so water is very cleansing and healing. Purifying. You help purify people. You helped cleanse and heal people. That's what this is. Okay? An angel. Same thing in this lifetime. You're here to help people, you know, on this kind of a level. All right? A walking angel upon earth. You've had many lifetimes that have not been easy, including this one that's coming through. Okay, so the hermit energy. Okay, you know how I said that it was secretive what you did? Like it couldn't be, you know, it was like people came to you and they knew of you, but it had to be like with word of mouth. Like it was very like, don't say it, you can't, like, you know, go see her, but no one can ever find out. It's like that. It's the hermit. You were hermited. Your work and your cleansing energy and your healing work that you did in this particular lifetime. And see how he's almost looks like he's like inside of a cave, like a rocky cave. That's what I mean. I'm seeing like a, you know, it's like on the inside, it's kind of like darker and there's not like windows. That's why there's the hole like up here too. Okay, so, you know, I don't know, but that's what I'm seeing and that's what I'm getting. And I just keep hearing like the clinking of like rattles and like it almost sounds like, you know, I'm kind of seeing as like bones, you know, but like animal bones, you know, but they're like, you know, like mobiles, you know, like a baby mobile or like wind chimes, that kind of thing. They hang. I'm hearing that, like the clinking of bones, okay, inside of this thing, okay. But I feel like you also maybe use that to like to I'm getting like cast away evil spirits and help cleanse people. You know, you really you help people heal different things and ailments and stuff. But what you did was like soul cleansing. Like you did, like people got like dark attachments, or they were you know, infiltrated by a demonic force, or, you know, things of that nature. They would come to you and you would help cast it out. Okay. I know it's like it's crazy the stuff that comes through, but that's what I'm getting, my love. Okay. So again, like that kind of healing work. I cleanse a lot with water. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, maybe start there and start connecting to your roots in that way, or, you know, try to connect your, you know, your higher self to maybe that moment, you know. Specifically, the very first thing I heard was that the Michiko. I can't say it. See, sometimes I can say it and sometimes I can't. To that place, okay? All right, so next is CJ. All right, CJ. So CJ, I'm immediately being drawn. I'm hearing Old London Town. Old London Town. Okay, so I'm immediately taken to London. Old London though. Like stone streets. Like I'm seeing like cobblestone, but it's not all cobblestone. Okay. Whoa, whoa. The moon card, take note of intuitive messages. Okay, so this is confirming the intuitive messages that's coming through right now. Animal guardian, no, that's not resonant. It's funny that the moon card came out too, because like what I was seeing was like, it was like old dark London streets, like, but it was like, it was nighttime, you know? Like people walking with like lanterns and, you know, candles in the lanterns like that, you know, horse carriages going down the road. You know, and I could hear the horse carriages and the clinking of the horseshoes on the streets and stuff. And it's like, that's like where you were. That's where you lived at this point. Okay. I don't know if you're from there. I have no idea, but I'm seeing you like living there. Okay. And we're talking about ancestral energy here for yourself, right? And then it's like ancestral energy, ancestral patterns. Okay. Okay, I'm getting something about a teacher. You were a teacher at this time. You were a teacher in this lifetime. You were a teacher. And I'm seeing something about like an author, like writing books. Okay. And I'm also getting prominent, like you were in a prominent family or no, not that. It was prominent society. You were in a prominent society. So you were part of prominent society. Okay. And I'm seeing you you dressed in, you know, like back, I don't know what even era this is. I want to say like 1700s. I'm not getting like a specific date. 1749. So as soon as I say that, I got 1749. But it's like they, you know, were in like the long Victorian kind of like those kinds of dresses or whatever. But you had the, you know, they wore like the things underneath that like bowed out the dresses, you know, and then there was like a bump type thing on the back, you know, of the bum that kind of created that like hump thing. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Like frilly lace, like kind of like a collar, frilly lace here, kind of puffy sleeves. And you were wearing like the, you know, like this, I forget what they're called right now. But you know, people in England still wear them for special occasions. And I can't think of the name of it. What the hell is it? Okay. So you were some type of a writer and you taught people, okay? Or children specifically, you taught children. The direction guardian. Okay. And then the druid, hold the space. All right. This is just for me confirming that this was the path that you walked on at this time. It's like you traveled. You traveled for your teachings. You traveled. You're very smart, very, very wise, very intellectual, and all that. Let's see what comes out with these. I'm gonna make my own past life oracle deck. Not a bonnet. I mean, there's other people that are wearing them around that I see. Not a bonnet. It's like it like sits sideways, like almost looks like it's on a plate, like a saucer, you know, and it's like flower frilly. I can't think of what the hell it's called, but karmic relationship. Okay. Okay, so what this feels like to me is it feels like that in this lifetime there was someone, this is someone that you've connected to in this lifetime that you were connected to in that lifetime, and they're in this lifetime and that lifetime. It's karma. So it's like you were connected to this karmic person in this lifetime. And what the message is here is whatever, again, I'm sorry that I can't go like super deep into these messages, but whatever happened in this lifetime, you had to clear the karma in this lifetime with this person. And what Spirit is saying is, yes, you've done it. Yes, you've done it. You've always been a teacher. Not literally, but you've always been a teacher. Like you've always been there to teach and show. And that's, again, like who you are in this lifetime as well. There's a very wise, like very wise energy that you carry within your soul's wisdom. And it's meant to be shared and utilized in this lifetime too. And what I'm getting is like you're meant to teach many. You're meant to teach many. I don't know. Grid work and ley lines, and then activations, wake up, and dualistic vision again. That one showed up earlier for someone. Grid work and ley lines. Okay. So looking more into like grid work, working with energetic ley lines, things of that nature. You hold a lot of wisdom with this kind of energy work too. So I know, I'm sorry, my loves, that I can't like go deeper into it, but that's what I got for you, my love, okay? And right at the end, I'm getting spiritual teacher. All right, so spiritual teacher too. And then I'm getting a wise woman, a wise woman. So, you know, you're a very intelligent person, CJ. You always have been. In fact, ooh, okay, sorry, Nisha, hold on one second. So this karmic person, okay, what I'm being told is that you'll know who this is when I say this. They were envious of your talents and your wisdom and your knowledge in that lifetime, okay? It was someone that you were romantically involved with. And then in this lifetime, whoever this person has been to you in the past doesn't feel like you're still connected to this person, but because you've closed this chapter, the cycle is, the karma's cleared. Anyways, they were envious of you, and they even embodied that same envy in this lifetime too. Like they were envious of you. And I don't know, but you know, sometimes that happens with romantic partners for whatever reason. They, I don't know, they get competitive almost, you know, in nature. So that's what I have left. Okay, Nisha. All right. Okay. And Nisha, past life. Okay. So I heard two things. I heard Scotland, and then I got the British Isle. The British Isle. I don't even know what the British Isle is, Nisha. Do you know what that is? Yeah, Mayret, love, I got you. I wrote you down. It was probably after I named the list off. Thank you for reminding me, though, love. I don't know what the British Isle is, but okay, so I'm getting something about like a river. Is that the British Isle? I don't know what the British Isle is. Maybe, okay, but I'm getting something about, okay, so the UK as a whole is the British Isle. Okay, so what I'm getting is like a river, and it was like, there's a like a river in England. Okay, so this is so weird. Okay, a river in England, or something that's there in England that passes through, like, I'm actually seeing a city, so I'm wondering, I think this is more like London. I think this is more London. Okay, and the year that's coming through for that is 1667. Okay, I'm seeing something about newspapers. I'm seeing like black ink, like from the paper, like on your fingers. I think that's maybe what you did. I think that's what you did. I think that maybe, okay. So I feel like you had, okay, so it's all coming through. Okay, so there was like, it's like a printing shop is what it's being, it's a printing shop is what it's being called. Okay, I don't know if that's a technical term, but the way it's coming through is a printing shop. You owned a printing shop. You and your husband owned a printing shop. Okay, so that's why I'm saying the black ink on the fingers, because you were working with, it's like it's like a, I don't know, like a press or something. Okay, like that's what they used back then or something like that. It was, I'm seeing like rolling, like this, like you rolling. Okay, I don't know. This is, I know it's like, this is always stuff that comes through is just so like random. But for some reason it's, you know, significant at the same time. So it's like you shared information with people. You shared information and truth with people. Okay, and this is really weird. So what's coming through is like the husband that you were with or whatever, it's almost like what I'm getting is like you guys were maybe struggling with your business or something at one point. And then what I'm kind of getting is like a prominent energy of maybe someone who was very well off. Okay, it's like they want, oh, this is what it is. It's manipulation of truth, and you weren't standing for it. You couldn't align with it. So it's like they were like, well, you know, I'll help you and I'll you know, pay you this and da 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 and help save this, you know, your business and stuff, to the husband. And it was like, you know, but I want you to print this. Like basically it was like, I'll be in control of what you print. And your husband was like, okay, you know, like I know it's like morally and ethically wrong, but like what choice do we have? And you were like, no way, like this is not okay. So it's like you've always, you know, and for you, I would try on your own to connect more to that. I think it was just you guys. I don't see any children or anything. And I mean, it could be, but I'm not picking up anything about that. It's like, it was just the two of you guys. Okay. And then, yeah, see the sun card. The sun card is like always a yes card, right? What I was just going to say was like, there's something that happened where like you were cast out. Okay. And the message here with that, so basically it's like you would not fall in a line. Like you were trying to stand up for what was right. Back then, women could not do that, okay? In some places still with people, they won't allow it, right? But anyways, you were cast out and you still carry those wounds with you to this day of abandonment from male energy. And that's what is a part of what you're healing and clearing right this second in your life, is no longer allowing people to stomp on you and step on you like you're small and like you don't have a voice. It's like, I'm tired of not having a voice, okay? And again, I'm sorry I can't go farther into this because I know there's more to it, but it's I think maybe that's what, in that lifetime, like you started seeking out your own community and people and things like that, you know, and I feel like you did, but you've been carrying these wounds with you for a very, very long time. So we got the sun card, and then let's just see what comes out from this deck. Oh my God, I don't even need to. As soon as I pick up the deck, it's unrequited love, okay? Which means it's confirming exactly what I just said about you being cast out, and it was unrequited. It wasn't balanced. It wasn't the same. You know, they turned their back on you. They abandoned you. They threw you out on the streets, right? And that's what you've been carrying with you, and that's what a lot of what you're, you know, there's more obviously with your past lives and stuff, but you're clearing and healing that in this lifetime, okay? But what I'm getting is like at this very moment, this is a part of the patterns and cycles you're breaking with male energy, with the masculine energies. So, you know, but it's very specific, yes, in general with people, but it's very specific to men and male. Yeah. And I wish I could have more information for you. Oh my God, you can't fucking make it up. Excuse my French, but look at that. It was unrequited from a spouse. You see? It was your own husband whom you trusted who did that. And in your eyes, it was because of greed. It was because of, we can find another way and just have faith. You know, like you've always had that very angelic energy about you, and knowing and having faith in things. And you were like, how can you not see this? You know, like this person is swindling you. This person's just going to control you. It's like that, you know, but they did it anyways. They did it anyways. So, but that's what I have for you, my love. Okay. So again, maybe try connecting to that lifetime. You know, everyone here who's getting this kind of message today, I definitely urge you to try to connect to that part of yourself, and see what else comes through for you, or if other things come through for you. If you ask for some, you know, ways to heal, you know, you're already doing the work, which is the confirmation, which is why it's coming up and letting you know. But it goes farther back in lifetimes. Okay. All right. And what I'm also getting is like where you were in, like in England, like you guys traveled there together. Like you really had no one there. You didn't have, like your family wasn't there. You didn't, I don't know where they were, but like you didn't have anyone else. Okay. Like you were forced to go out and like survive and like fend for yourself and like find your own people. Okay. So, but that's what I have. Okay. All right. So next on the list is Maryanne Masso. All right. So all right, so I'm getting very strong Atlantis energy here. It's weird. I heard Tibet and then I got immediately like Atlantis. Okay. Let's see what comes through for that. You know what? I'm being actually guided to do this. Hold on one second. Well, let's see here what comes through for this. So it's like a high level Atlantean high priestess. I'm hearing sacred technology. You worked with crystals. You were like one of the Atlantean masterminds that helped generate, using the solar rays of the sun through crystals and creating power. It was like a power source. You were an inventor, an innovator. Okay, so I don't know if like in this lifetime, if you have any kind of draws towards any kind of technology or inventing things, or I have good ideas for this, or this would be cool. But it feels more like the crystals are calling you in this lifetime to work with them. The arts, yeah, see, it's about creativity, the arts, like you created art with your mastermind, you know, in that sense, right? Invention, creation, you know, everything I'm talking about for me, that is very artistic, that is very, you have to be creative, you have to have an imagination, you have to think, you have to go outside the box, okay? Greco-Roman. Okay, so you know, this is like, you know, old Roman Empire and things like that, but for me what it is like, don't, you know, forget that. Yeah, actually I feel like you might resonate with the Roman Empire too, and Italy. Okay, well, I wish I had more time with you guys to go through it like deeper, but this is about ancient civilizations, you see, ancient energy here. Okay, it's just for me confirming the ancient artistic energy that lies within your soul's wisdom and who you've been. I accidentally just hit this card and it flew. The Stag, trust and thrive. Okay. It's generated a lot of abundant energy for you. And it's like in this lifetime, you are meant to thrive. We all are. We're meant to be infinitely abundant and stuff. But there's something about your connection through the crown and your I don't know, but it's big. With the antlers, it's big. And it's meant to bring forth abundant energy for you, okay? So I'm also getting like trust in who you are and who you've been. Trust yourself with your ideas. Okay, so I'm just gonna like randomly like open up this oracle deck and see what comes through. Mary Magdalene energy. Lilith and Mary Magdalene. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the meanings of this card really fast. You're a spiritual, powerful teacher with a mission to bring the Shekinah feminine force of divinity to humanity. Clear the vibrational imprint of past lovers through energy work. Work on your relationship with self. Incorporate sacred ritual into your life, into your love life. Okay, so we're talking about love and stuff, but this for me is about being the powerful spiritual teacher. And to bring, there's something here like that you're meant to do in this lifetime that is a spiritual teacher that does bring forth that powerful divine feminine Shekinah light, okay, back to the earth plane, back to the earth grid, okay? You've been doing it for a very long time, all right? Atlantis energy is very, it's old soul energy for sure. But I'm telling you, there's something here with crystals, okay? So whether it's, I don't know, but it's a part of like who you are on a soul level to work with crystals, crystal healing. Again, you've worked with them in like Atlantis as technology, which was, it was common, but we all had different jobs and gifts, right? When we were all there, right? And at different times and things, right? So yours was that, right? But you taught other people how to do it, what it was about. Like, we were a very loving civilization. We were very helpful. There was no competition. I mean, that stuff started coming in when Atlantis fell, and that's why Atlantis fell. But for a very long time, we were all very just supportive of each other and respectful and loving of each of our own, talents, light work gifts, things of that nature, okay? So, I don't know how that's going to resonate. Also, Mary Magdalene and Lilith, okay? So you connect with that energy too. And it's funny too, because you were in the activation workshop with us, right? And Mary Magdalene was like the #1 energy that was present and prominent with us yesterday in that. So again, I feel that you resonate. Yes, Atlantean High Priestess, and then also Sister of the Rose, okay? So that is what I got for you, my love. I'm gonna go ahead and just get one of these. And then after, oh, you know what? Oh my gosh, I accidentally skipped Roxanna. Okay, so Roxanna was actually before Maryanne. So I'm gonna do Roxanna next. And then after Roxanna will be Alex. Exchange energy to create abundance. It's the trader card, but literally, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you created things to generate energy, okay? Back then, like light energy and technology and crystal technology and stuff, okay? And it created abundance, okay? Same thing in this lifetime. Whatever you're going to be putting out from your soul, from your heart, it's meant to create that abundant energy. I think there's something with crystals. Again, like I said, that's what I was seeing. And I think a part of your soul gifts in this lifetime is to work with crystals, do crystal grid work. I have no idea, but that's what I'm getting. Okay. Okay, Roxanna. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get this gonna like chomp down a little bit before I start talking. What? So I'm seeing, okay, so like the first thing I saw, I was seeing was like long dark black hair, and it was like in like different, like it was in different kinds of like braids and stuff like that. It's weird. I'm kind of getting like an energy of Greece, like Greece, ancient Greece, or like Greece a long time ago. I'm getting Greece. So you may feel, I don't know if it's like, if you have that in your, you know, in your blood or anything like that, if it's a part of like maybe who you are. You know, some of us, it could be like, oh, I'm like, you know, half Mexican and like 20% German and like, you know, 2%, you know, if you like, have you ever had those, if you've ever had those like things done, like breaks down like exactly who you are and stuff. So could be some Greek energy in there for you. I don't know. But I'm just specifically, more so than anything, I'm just getting Greece and seeing Greece. And like white. Okay, I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. Okay, so I'm seeing like you're dressed in like white, like a white, like kind of like robe. Okay, like longer kind of like dress, and I'm seeing like gold jewelry, and then I'm seeing like literally like how they wear like those like gladiator type like sandals, not like that specific, but it's like there's some type of like leathery sandal thing, strappy, like flat sandal that you're wearing. And that's, and again, I'm getting like Greece, but what it was is, I'm getting like a ring in my ear. So what this is you were doing light work. You were, and again, it's funny because I'm getting very strongly like the, like Mary Magdalene and Jesus, like lineage, that work, like there was a lot of walking, there was a lot of sharing and talking and teaching and guiding and way showing. Okay. And I feel, and I'm getting the word disciple. So this is what's coming through. It's like you were a disciple, you know, and many of us, you know, back then we were, you know, it's, we taught the same, and we shared the same, and we walked, and we traveled to different places and to meet people far and wide, to spread the word of love, light, you know, and the truth, before it was taken, stolen, and distorted and turned into a religious ideology. But you're it's like you're here in this lifetime to do the same. So I don't know if you resonate with, like, you know, like maybe feel very close or resonant to Jesus or like Mary Magdalene energy and stuff like that, but it's the work that you were doing at this time. Okay. And yeah, it's again, I'm seeing, like, to me, the way that I'm seeing you is more of like very beautiful, but like I said, long black hair, and it was like you had, you know, like braids and like different, you know, and like little gold clasps in your hair, and like and I'm getting the word defiant, and so I kind of feel like I feel like maybe this lifetime, it's like kind of similar to what Mary Magdalene's lifetime was almost like, where she was raised in a very prominent family, wealthy family. So I feel like you came from like prominent energy or wealth back then in this particular incarnation, but you chose to do like soul work on a level, and it was almost like, what I'm getting is kind of like shunned from your family. Like your family was like, and I don't know if you resonate with like maybe that shunned energy with your family in this lifetime, like, or where you felt that kind of energy, but for some reason I'm feeling that also. But anyways, let's go ahead and see what comes through for you. So it's like in this lifetime, that's a part of why you incarnated. It's like you're here to like to do that same kind of soul work here. To continue out that work. The spirit fox. Look at that. Look who showed up. Mary Magdalene. This is confirmation here. Okay. Love and let yourself be loved. Okay, but this is more so, it's confirmation. It's just, she's her red rose. This is Mary Magdalene right here. Okay, she's an earth angel, ascended master. And this is, for me, it's massive confirmation of what I just shared and what I'm seeing and being shown. And then the spirit fox, trust your talents in changing times. Okay, so this is about your soul talents and your gifts, okay? Could be also just like a direct message of like, you know, trust who you are, trust your talents. If life feels like it's shifting and changing, you know, you're transforming, things of that nature. And I was specifically drawn to like the hair and like things in the hair and like little gold clasps. And I'm very drawn to like the feathers hanging from the fox's fur and like the hair. So for me, again, I feel like that's like a confirmation of that, seeing that. But it's like, the fox is very cunning. It's very wise, you know, very, you know, kind of smart like a fox, swift like a fox, you know. You know, that's why people say like, oh, you were outfoxed, you know, a fox is very like that, you know. So you carry that kind of natural energy about you, and it's meant to be fully embodied in this lifetime as well, and like walking that path. The star ancestors, yeah, follow the voice of your soul, exactly. And then you see the pyramids here, and I was actually getting that too in the beginning of ties to ancient Egypt, like places like Mesopotamia, Greece, like all of that back then though, okay? And specifically I'm getting like 2,000 years ago and further. So you're an old soul too. You're an old soul too. Many of us incarnated here are very old souls. A lot of ancient soul energy because of the wisdoms we carry upon earth at this time that we're meant to share and awaken to once more, right? So you're a powerful healer, and you are here to be a way shower and show people the way. And in the energy that I was getting of like Greece and stuff like that, I was also seeing like all the walking. I was seeing it like through kind of like deserty lands and stuff. And that's kind of what we have here too, as far as this goes. But I feel also that you connect with ancient Egypt as well. Okay. So that is what I got for you. Let's see here. Okay. Unblocked. Okay, so this is like stuff that's going to start being unblocked if it's not already. And then many people desire you. So you know how I said like you were a great beauty? Like I saw this like very beautiful woman. That's what this is. Like you had a lot of like, you know, people who you shared things with, who you taught things to. You were a way shower, a light worker, right? But you also were very beautiful. And I feel like that's something that you have carried. Like it's actually something that you've been in incarnations, like a very beautiful like energy in that way. Okay. But that is what I have for you, my love. Okay. Also like desiring knowledge and wisdom from you. People listen to you when you talk. Like it's like that. Okay. So it was a little random, but all right. Okay. So Alex. Oh, I see, Alex. You commented already. Pass. Okay. All right. So I'm immediately taken like to again, kind of similar to the message I just did. I'm getting ancient like ancient Egypt. Like I'm being shown like there, and then I'm also getting like just like that deserty like out like you know like pyramids, but I'm seeing like you know desert like sand dunes like for a long time, like sandstorms and things like that. But what I'm getting is like I'm getting like a warrior. Okay, so it was like what I'm seeing is like a great warrior. I'm actually seeing like, you know what it's actually reminding me of is the movie, you know the movie 300, the movie 300, and like that whole thing. For whatever reason, I feel like this is connecting to that. Like I feel like you were a part of that. You were there. I'm seeing like like a you know like shields and like the you know I don't know what they're called, the like spike things, like the tall sticks with like the you know the arrow things on, you know, like this, you know, like that, like you know. And so it's like what I'm getting and being shown, it's like I don't know, I feel like again I'm getting like marching, so I feel like maybe you've connected to like different places, like you went to different lands. I'm also getting, again I'm getting gladiator, 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 spears. Yeah, spears, yeah, like the spears. So it's like this timing, this era, like you were a warrior, you were a warrior. And I'm getting wise warrior, a wise warrior. Okay. And it's not just like any warrior. What I'm getting is like I'm getting the word general, but I don't think that's what it was called. Like you were like a general or something like that. I don't even know how high up a general is. But you were not just like another warrior. You were actually like someone of a position, you know, because you were very knowledgeable about, you know, the areas and people. And like what I'm getting is like making predictions of other people's behaviors. And what I'm getting is like you embody that same energy now, the warrior spirit, you know, standing up and fighting for what you know in your heart is right, and for your country, your land, your right, and the people that you love, your family and things of that nature. But anyways, I'm seeing you on ships. It's like the warships, you know. And it's like those ships where they had like in the old days, like that time where they had all like there's like all on the ship. It's like, I don't know. It almost looks like a Viking ship or something where they had like the oars like out on the sides, and it was like going, you know what I mean? Like everyone was like underneath deck, like doing that, but you were not underneath deck. You were like on top. And I'm actually seeing like giving orders. Okay, so let's just see what comes through for you. But definitely ties to Egypt, ancient Egypt. And again, I'm getting more of like a traveling spirit in this lifetime. So it doesn't feel like you were anchored down in one specific place. It feels like you kind of, you know, went all over. But again, I'm getting like the movie 300 and like that era and that the way they're dressed. I mean, could be even that battle. I don't know. It's not coming through, but also an old soul. And you carry, again, there's like, you carry forth the warrior spirit now. You carry forth the warrior spirit now. But this could also be for you, what I'm getting is like maybe a hard time giving up control because you're used to being in charge. Okay, so you're used to being in charge. You know, you come from a good space. It's not like, you know, but it's like in this lifetime, there's some things being broken down where it's like you're still a leader. You're still meant to be that warrior spirit and archetype energy. Oh my God, Alex, that's why you were, it just came through. It's like, that's why he wanted to join the military. Okay, so before, when you were younger, remember, you mentioned that to me. Like, I hope I'm not making that up in my head. I swear we've talked about that. And yeah, I know we have. And anyways, it's who you are on a soul level. You've been like that. Okay. The shaman energy, trust in higher forces. But look at how he's dressed. Okay. Yes, it's like a shaman, but he's dressed. I mean, look at, he's got like a shield. He's got, it's like he's dressed up like, you know, minus, you know, whew, okay, I'm back. That was my fault. That was my fault. My phone died because I forgot. I've just been channeling and just so connected to this that I did not remember to plug it in. So, okay, thank God it let me resume the live. Okay, but anyways, it's like that. But also, like, you carry shamanic energy within. Like, whenever this card shows up for people, and I get that energy too, like, I know it's a confirmation. So, trusting in higher forces. Okay, so anyways, you've worked with higher forces at that time, you know, throughout lifetimes, right? You've worked with those higher energies and trusted in those higher energies. And but also it's like forces, you organize like forces for battles and things like that. Karmic family. Okay. So confirmation of maybe some things for you in this lifetime. Things that need to be healed or cleared or whatever it is. Oh, you know what? I know what this is. Okay, thank you. So what that is it's hard to release and surrender control at times because you have a mind of going, like, you see things very clearly of like that others can't see. Like, no, like, okay, what I'm getting is like frustration of like people around you, family, things like that, doing things in a more, it's like work smarter, not harder. And you see it very clearly of like, it would be much easier if you just did it this way and you didn't do this and da-da-da-da, you know, but people make their lives more difficult or something. You're very good at like seeing things and planning them out and stuff. And like, there's, I don't know, there's an energy about that of like being that person to like friends, family, things like that. Even though it comes from like a loving space, it's almost like you can just naturally see an easier way, an easier route of doing things and organization and stuff like that. Okay. Which is something you've carried with you, but also that could be, you know, confirmation of, you know, karmic family members and stuff. So it was crazy. I was thinking while waiting my turn about the past, and you totally confirmed what I was thinking. Okay, good. Beautiful. All right. So anyways, that's what I'm getting. And keep in mind for everybody, right? Like for many of us, like we've not only like our past lives go beyond and beyond and beyond, you know? So whatever comes through could really just be like a very small smidgen of what, I mean, I'm not discounting it, but it could be small in comparison, right? Like for me, myself personally, like it's much easier for me. Like I have clients that I do Akashic readings with, and they've, you know, they keep coming back because the lifetimes that come through, we go deeper and stuff just, it opens up more. Then we have stuff that connects to this lifetime that comes through in this lifetime, and it all connects, you know, very profoundly to this lifetime. But there's layers and layers and lifetimes and places and who we've been. And sometimes we've incarnated, you know, like as a male, and sometimes female, and, you know, sometimes da-da-da-da, right? So it's really cool. But yeah. So, okay. And you're very welcome, Alex. You're very welcome. All right. So Lauren is number 10. And I think you guys, I mean, please don't like hate me, but my energy, like, I know I'm getting a cold, like something is, you know, because my energy is starting to go, you know. I'm going to go through a few more people, and then I think what I'll do is maybe get up early tomorrow and finish this out. Actually, let me go look at my schedule just really fast, because I know, let me just go see real quick. That way I can give everyone a time right now of specifically like when I can come on and finish these out for everybody. I feel bad even doing that, but I don't want to push it. No, next week. Okay. So I just have a lot of, I'm just doing planning to do recorded readings for the channel and for personals tomorrow. My only scheduled client for tomorrow is 11 a.m. So you know what I can do is come live tomorrow at 1 p.m. So I'll schedule it for 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because the client I'm working with, I'll be with for a couple hours. And then I'll finish these out, and then, you know, then work on the recordings afterwards, or before, whatever, in the morning. But I need a good night's rest. I slept very good last night, but for some reason woke up this morning with a lot of collective anxiety, and then that subsided. And then I started feeling everything in here and my ears, and like I said, I did the sinus, you know, flush and cleanse to, like, you know, and then after I did that, it was like clearing some stuff out, and, you know, then I had like sneezing attacks, like where I kept sneezing. But you guys know how it is when you start feeling that like you're getting something, and I feel like, and I've shared this, like my body's been kind of fighting something off for like a week now, and I think what it was like it was like my body working with me, going, let's get her through this week and through the activation workshop, and then and literally it was like the next day. You know, I feel so bad, because I can feel like how excited everyone is today to get their messages. But like I said, I'll go through a few more people, and then we'll finish the rest of everyone tomorrow. And I thank you guys for being understanding. But reading in general like this, back to back, is very energetically draining, and when I'm doing past life work, that's why Akashic readings, like, it's you know, a different price. It's a higher price for my Akashic readings, you know, than like the generals and stuff, because the Akashic readings are very, very, very intense energetically, like going into the Akash, connecting to past life versions of self, for whatever reason, for me is, you know, it's a lot. So for whatever reason, it just takes more energy for me to do that. So yeah, it's definitely like the eclipse energy too. There's a lot happening for sure with that as well. But yesterday, like I said, you know, I facilitated the activation workshop, which was 2.5 hours basically of channeling, and you know, it was wonderful and amazing. And again, I thank everyone who came, because it was good. It was really awesome, really cool. And people were, you know, had, you know, cool like stuff come through, and just like different visions, and seeing like these colors, and like physical pain leaving the body, and, you know, just different things like that. That's why it's like an honor to do it. But it takes a lot. Energy work takes a lot, you know. So, and we have to always, you know, take care of our own energy too, you know. So anyways, I hope that it's just like a stupid little, plus, like I said, you know, like this past week I shared on a live or whatever, in a reading, they've been out here, because I live in the farmland in the country, like there's fields all around me, right? And they chopped the corn not that long ago, like a few weeks ago, they chopped all the corn, and then they came back out this last week, and they started fertilizing and tilling the fields again. So I mean, it's just everything covered in like thick, like sandy dust particles, and flying through the air, and, you know, just different, you know. So I think it just kind of you know, Lauren slept until 2:30 today. Wow, good for you, girl, though. Good for you. Like, that's what I mean. Like, if you feel like you need to do things for yourself right now, do them, right? Me, like, you know, my job is to be here for the collective, to show up, you know, and I love doing it. But at the same time, I have to really, you know, if I start feeling like this, I'm like, okay, I know. And plus, you guys don't want me reading for you if I'm like tired and drained. I'm no good, trust me. Oh, thank you, my love. It was awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, yeah. No, I got, everyone that attended was like very pleased and had, you know, really cool experience and, you know, felt it. I got some really amazing, you know, feedback, like emails afterwards even and stuff like that. Lola sent a very wonderful email, which, did I receive that this morning? I think I did. Yeah, I received that maybe this morning. I don't know when I saw that, Lola, actually, but it was really good. I'm happy for everyone that, you know, was there. But anyways, okay, so let me go through. Okay, so Lauren. Okay, so Lauren. All right. Yeah, and Lauren, I'm sure like that was one of the things. It's quantum healing. It's energy work on a big level. So it is draining. It is very draining. That's why by the end of it, everyone was yawning and like, oh, I need to go to sleep. So it's good you're listening to your body and letting yourself integrate all of that energy and sleep, and plus the eclipse and, you know, all of it. It's a lot. The circle was amazing. I felt energized and exhausted all at once. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And that's how I felt afterwards too. I was like exhausted, drained, but then at the same time, I was like feeling energized and good. So like for all of us that were there, it's like now we're like integrating. Okay, what happened yesterday, we're integrating. We're gonna, you know, plus the astrological stuff that's taking place. So, and I think I might end up doing one for the 1111 portal too. Because like I said yesterday, I feel like I was kind of being called to it. And it's just like, I think so. And like, for whatever reason, you know, so we'll see. But like I said, I feel like the 1111 portal one, like what I'm getting is like, it'll be like where I'll be connecting with like the star races, you know, the Pleiadians will, you know, that's how I'm getting it. And I'm also getting a lot of like working with like Isis, and that energy too, and bringing forth that kind of stuff. And, you know, so we'll see. We'll see. Light and tree energy can be cleansed by nature. Father trees. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's what I was doing this morning, was sitting outside and like just connecting and stuff. You know, but I feel like after this, I feel like what I'm going to do is I need sunshine. I need the sun to like radiate upon my crown and my head and like heal me and you know, I don't know, the warmth of it, you know. So let some of the sunshine cleanse and heal some stuff too, and make like a hot tea. I feel like a hot tea sounds good. Okay. So, all right. So for Lauren, my beautiful Lauren, you know, Lauren, immediately, it's fine. This has come up a few times for people, but not like this. Immediately, I got Viking Queen. I heard Viking Queen. Okay. And similar to, I forget who it was I just channeled for, where I saw like the braids, not like that. I saw you more with braids, like, you know, they do like the French braids, like through the hair and like down, like I'm seeing like that kind of energy. Okay. And like just a very fierce energy. And I literally heard Viking Queen. That's what I was getting. Viking Queen. Okay. And I don't know when this era was, or I have no idea if there's any history buffs in here. I have no clue. But I'm assuming it wasn't just, you know, I'm assuming the Viking energy, it's been around for a while. They were around for a while. And I don't know. Okay, so I'm hearing like Swedish, Danish. Okay, I don't know if that's like a part of your ancestry, where you're from, your family's from, or originated from, if you know anything about that. Danish is like Denmark, right? And then Swedish is obviously Switzerland, right? You can't imagine how much that resonates. Okay, well, it was like instant. Like as soon as I got done talking, I was like instant Viking queen. She's a Viking queen. But you were someone who, again, you know, very strong natured. It's like you were. I don't know how all this goes down with the Vikings and stuff, but if there was like a king of Vikings or a king of a tribe of Vikings, you were like the queen warrior next to him. Okay, like my oldest recorded ancestor was Eric the Red. I don't know who that is, but it sounds like a really cool famous Viking. Eric the Red. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. All right. Okay, and again, I don't know when like all this went down and took place, but for some reason I'm getting 850 BC. 850 BC, before Christ. Okay, so whenever that is, I don't know. I'm not good with all that great, you know, that stuff. Like timelines and stuff as far as like going way, way back like that. But when I get stuff, I get stuff. When I hear it, I hear it. When it comes through, it comes through, right? So it was like maybe around that time. This is old. This is old, right? Like this is long time ago. But like, yeah, immediately I saw you like with the braids and like, I'm actually seeing you with like blonde hair, like very beautiful blonde hair. And I'm seeing like blue eyes. You had blue eyes and blonde hair, very thick hair. Like your braids were like, you know, but you're dressed in like, you know, like furs and like, you know, it's again, okay, hold on. There's a card in this deck that is almost identical to what I'm seeing right now. Like it's very similar to you. Just kind of give you an actual visualization of what I'm seeing. I'm glad I just thought of that. Where is she? There she is. Okay, but your hair is more braided, not so down. Okay, this right here is, and you're wearing more like furs and stuff, but this is very, it's similar to what I'm seeing. Look at the shield mated. Like that. Okay. And like, see how she has this like, what is that? Yeah, it's a crescent, like a crescent moon type thing, you know. And I'm seeing like, you know, like the horns, like the horns, they make like the horn cups, drink from the horns. Okay. I'm also getting that. I don't know. I feel like maybe in this lifetime, like it obviously resonates, but like maybe you've been called or drawn to that kind of stuff, like old, you know, mugs and old like horn, you know, cups and like, you know, that kind of stuff. Or just maybe might resonate with you a lot. But anyways, you were, like I said, like if it was like they had different clans or tribes or, you know, circles or whatever, because it's like the Vikings were Vikings, but then I feel that they had, you know, like in Scotland and stuff, and they had, you know, like the clans, you know, there was different clans and of the families and different stuff, right? So it's like you were like, you guys were the leaders of like your clan or your, you know what I mean? It's like that. But let's see what comes out. But I had to show you that, the shield maiden. But anyways, you've always, even back then, like you were very connected to the moon. Yeah, see, look, this just like flew out with these two, but this one caught my attention. Right as I'm saying, you've always been very connected to like the moon and the phases of the moon and the stars. And I'm getting like mapping out the stars. So like astrology, basically, like ancient astrology. Like you've been very connected to it. Okay. So in this, you know, in this lifetime, I don't know, it's a warrior spirit, you know, this one right here, it's the she-wolf, unleash the wild within. So you had a wild nature about you. Again, this is like a connection to animals, a lot of connection to the moon, just, you know, things of that nature, right? So you have that warrior within, that archetype energy within. But at the same time, it's like, for me, it's like a priestess energy where it's like you received messages from the moon, and you received messages from the stars, and I'm seeing like snow-filled grounds and like very cold fucking nights. Like I'm talking like cold. I don't know where you're at. It's like freezing, and you're, but it's like you're sitting out under the stars, connecting and receiving insights, messages. That's what I think it was, actually. I think that this is like throughout lifetimes you've had this energy embodiment, but it's like you were not just like, it's not like you just sat by the leader of this Viking group or whatever it is, but you actually were the magi. You were the priestess. Like you would see things coming, or you knew this summer we're gonna have very low crops, so we must prepare, like stuff like that. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's what I have, love. Let's see if anything comes out from this deck. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But okay. And then after Lauren is Melissa S. Melissa S, number 11, Melissa. Mystery schools. Okay. There it is. The mystery schools, the divine feminines throughout history, right? The mystery schools, like, they're mystery schools. They are where the divine feminine high priestesses would be trained, where they would go for their magical, mystical trainings, okay, into the ancient arts and astrology and, working with energy and healing work and all of that, okay? So you're very connected, and, like I said, we have different lifetimes in different places and stuff like that, but for some reason, I feel like you spent a lot of time in this energy. I do. Again, and I got Sweden and Danish. Again, I don't even know where Vikings are from. I feel they're European. I know that. Some kind of, I don't know, Eastern European, or I have no clue. But there's like that energy with it too, okay? So, wow, all on point. Good, beautiful. I love it. Awesome. Awesome. Extremely drawn to all the Viking things. Yeah. And like I said, the energies kind of come through a little bit, like with some of the readings today with people, because, it's not surprising to me. We've been in different places, we've have similarities with things, with past life energy, it's like different but the same, you know what I mean, on a lot of levels, but nothing as strong with the Vikings is that what I just got. Very cool. Norway. Okay, yeah, that makes sense too. Absolutely, yeah. So that whole region. I'm also getting Turkey. I don't know if that's even connected to that. Maybe that's another lifetime where you were there. I don't know. But that's what I'm kind of getting. So wonderful. Love it. Love the confirmation. Maybe that's actually how you sounded when you talked. All right. Okay, so... Oh, and then we actually have someone here from Turkey. I love it. Awesome. So cool. So hello, Melissa. Hello, my love. Okay. Melissa, are you wanting to connect to past life energy, or do you want like a love message? Like, it's kind of giving everyone the option. The past life stuff is cool. I felt called to do that the other day. That's why I was like, well, let's tap in. Let's see what's going on. I wish I could go deeper with you guys. We know that the live messages they're deep and they're always good, but they're not, very long. Okay. And you can even hear it, I can, when my voice starts getting like cracky and rattly like this, it's time for me to, okay, past life. Okay, awesome. All right. Just give me a second because I'm kind of getting like flooded of things. So the biggest energy that I'm getting is France, and like this is obviously not modern day. This is old, like old France, right? Interesting. So weird. I don't even know if you resonate with French or anything like that, but there's something here about, I'm getting France, French royalty. I'm hearing like King Louis, you know, stuff like that. I don't know if that's going to connect with you on that level, but I'm getting something about royalty, and royalty is in your blood. Like you've sat in high places. I am seeing like, this feels like, the Victorian era. I'm seeing like long hallways. I'm seeing like beautiful paintings, like oil paintings, like, you know, like stuff like, back then, you know, it would be like Da Vinci and, you know, stuff like that, but like old paintings on the walls. And I'm seeing like beautiful gardens with like fountains and like, you know, like peacocks walking around, like that kind of stuff. Let's see what comes through. I'm also getting Spaniards, Spain. You know what? Okay, so what I'm getting here is this was like an arranged marriage type thing in this lifetime. It's like I don't think you're French. I don't know, you might be, but I don't think so. I think what this is more of like a, maybe you were from Spain. That's what it feels like. It feels like that. It feels like you were from somewhere like that, and you were brought to be married. It was like an arranged thing. I have always been fascinated to that time period. Yeah. So, yeah, see, very fancy and royal and lots of jewels and like a crown and like, do you know what I mean? I know it's not like the meaning of the card, but it's just it stopped my hand, like, you know, but I don't feel like you're from there. It's like I don't want to say I don't think, I know you weren't. It's like it comes through in like layers, okay, for me at times. And sometimes it's very just direct, you know, but that's what this is. It's like you were, you know, I'm getting the word shipped, like you were shipped off, okay? And this was something to strengthen the bond of families, and it's like royalty stuff and like, you know, not lords and ladies. I'm getting like, you know, like dukes and duchesses and like, you know, just stuff like that is what I'm getting. So, you know, and I don't know if like maybe you've always felt like this, you know, sometimes if you had lifetimes where you were like very wealthy, very, you know, or you were prominent in that way, you know, you may in this lifetime have a great, like, I know I'm meant for something big and more, you know, like for me personally, like I've had lifetimes where I've sat in very high places, but, you know, and my whole life, it wasn't like a greed thing or anything like that. I just intuitively knew that like I was meant to be very abundant someday. I was not meant to be, you know, and I knew I was meant to, you know, do like something big or something great or, you know, things like that, you know, and like my dad used to say like, you know, like I would go out to eat, you know, and I wouldn't even look at the price on the menu. I would just naturally like end up picking like the most expensive thing, you know, like stuff like that. My dad would say, you've got champagne taste with beer money. And I'm like, because I'm not meant to have beer money. It's like that. And that's what I'm kind of getting. I know I meant for something big. Yes, that resonates, and always felt I was meant to be wealthy. Yeah. So that's basically what I'm picking up on, and I'm getting like my crown chakra is like kind of getting hot over here. So it's for me, again, it's like you wore a crown, but also like it's for me, it's the connection, the confirmation of what I'm receiving. Okay. So, And then the she-wolf, unleash the wild within. Okay, so it's kind of like, yeah. So it's like you're one of these people that, and it's like you've been like this for, you know, not just in this lifetime, but other lifetimes, where it's like how I said you were shipped off, and how I said like you were, you know, basically, you know, you know, like a peace treaty thing, or like a, you know, to strengthen bonds of, you know, wealth and, you know, I want to say greed, you know, because it's like the families were not thinking of happiness of you or the other. It's like they didn't care, you know, they didn't care if you were going to be miserable, as long as they strengthen their bonds to whatever. And, you know, so there's this energy of like being very, you know, like royal, and like, you know, having like that energy to you of class and you know, you know, status and things like that. But at the same time, you had this wild spirit. You weren't meant to be conformed and confined. And so I feel that you kind of rebelled in that way in this lifetime, okay? And I feel that rebellious, wild energy you still embody that. And it's actually a gift. It's a gift, even though you've been made to feel like it's not, or like you've been made to feel like, you know, almost like you're too much, you know. It's not. It's that you're unique, you're different. You can balance the best of both worlds, right? Totally resonates. Yeah. So anyways, but there's I don't, again, I wish I could go longer and more in, you know, deeper with you guys, but, you know, try to connect with this energy, you know, on your own, you know, meditate, call, you know, try to connect to your past selves and envision it and reconnect to that, you know, and see what shows up for you or what you feel, or, because there's something coming full circle in this lifetime. It's like karma that was created in that lifetime comes full circle in this lifetime, okay? And I feel it has to do with family. I feel like it has to do with family, all right? Let me just confirm with this really quickly. So thank you for letting me know that I have always embraced my individual. Never fit in and never wanted to. Yeah. Okay. So let me just confirm. Yeah. Yeah. So you were in high status, right? And then look at this. On the bottom of the deck, you have recognition and reward, okay? So you were someone who was, you know, you had status. You were recognizable, right? It was like that, right? But then also the first card out here is fertility, which is, in this deck, it's the Empress. This is the Empress. So again, it's the Empress energy, you know, that you know, sat within an empire and had beautiful gardens and, you know, like, you know, people waiting upon you, and like it was like that, right? But you've always had a good heart, and you have 3-3 showing up too, so that could be a sign for you. I'm also getting you reap what you sow, and that's what I mean. There's things coming full circle from that lifetime in this lifetime, with family. It could be like, again, that maybe the partnership, love, but it's like it's balancing out. And there's something here where there's karmic debt like owed to you. So I don't know how or what or whatever, but that's what I'm getting. Okay. So, you know that, you know, you are someone who's meant to embody that type of energy, and you've embodied that energy before, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. People seem to think, you know, oh, you know, it's, you know, if you're coming from a place of love and you want to help people and you want to, you know, it's like you're not doing it from a place of greed and selfishness and to be cold. You're coming from a place, whatever it is, of love, and I want to help, you know, but at the same time, I know my worth and my value, you know, and I know what I deserve, and I know that I have the ability to manifest that and create it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But anyways, that's what I got for you, my love, okay? So again, that was like France, okay? Back in that era. See, you know, I'm not getting a specific year or anything, but see if you maybe can connect with yourself on your own and get a year or dates or names or anything like that, you know. And don't be frustrated, any of you guys, if you try to connect with your past lives and you don't really get anything specific like that. Maybe you get just a feeling at first or things like that. But you know, if you consistently try to reconnect and like just relax and not force anything or expect too much, you know, oftentimes, yeah, you'll absolutely receive stuff, or you'll start getting like confirmations about like this kind of stuff afterwards too, as well, from the universe. So, okay, so that was for Melissa. Okay, so I think I'll do Wanda, and then I think I will end it today at Wanda, and then tomorrow I will pick up with Emily, Crystal, Jackie, Summer, Jordan, Alicia, and then Maryanne. 1, 2, 3, 7 people, yeah. I can't do, I'm like, I'm starting to go, oh. So Wanda. Let's see here. Okay, but Emily, yeah, I'll put past life. So, and you guys, so tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, okay? I'll be here, all right? I'll schedule it after this, so it's scheduled in there and, you know, ready to go and all that, and so everyone sees it. But oh, CJ Love, you were a long time ago, honey. You were in the, you were in the beginning. So just scroll back. You're number 5. You're number 5. Okay, thanks guys for being understanding. I mean, you guys are always amazing. Like I'm so blessed to have the soul tribe that I do. But yeah, like I said, like, you know, you don't want me reading for you once I start getting like, you know, I don't even feel like cooking. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'll order some pho, some soup or something. I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like doing anything. I just feel like chillaxing. And then Crystal, okay, so for tomorrow, Crystal wants Twin Flame. And I know Emily wants Past Life. Emily, you'll be first tomorrow. Okay. And if anyone else is in here, I know Maryanne wants, I think Maryanne, she wants like Divine Masculine. Alicia, Divine Masculine. Jackie, Summer, and Jordan, if you guys are in here and you have a preference, I mean, you can always let me know tomorrow if you're on the live, but if for some reason you're not on the live and you have a preference, then just let me know. Okay. That's okay, CJ. That's okay. It's all good, girl. I'm like, I don't feel good, and you're gonna come on here and make jokes about rat soup. Goodbye. I will never understand the bizarro world of people's brains. Like it's funny because actually one of my clients, she this morning, who I've been working with tarot lessons, like she, you know, she has a platform and she's, you know, wanting to expand and start doing more, you know, like readings in tarot and reading intuitively and stuff like that. And we were talking about, you know, how it is when you have a platform and the things you don't think about, like, you know, before you start, you know, I mean, I thought I was thinking about all the things before I started, you know, but, you know, you just, it could be a lot. You know, the emails you receive and people DMing you and then you know, leaving comments, and it's just like so bizarre. Okay, so I'm going to read for Wanda before I go, and Wanda will be the last person for today. I read for 12 people, you know, and every single person today did the past life stuff. So, you know, usually I can go through, you know, 20 people and you know, it is a little energetically draining, but I'm, you know, I'm fine, you know, but okay. So thank you, my loves. Thank you. Yes, I will see everyone tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And, you know, depending on how I feel tomorrow, you know, I might even take a few more people on the list. You know, I don't know. We'll see. But because we'll have tomorrow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. So yeah, I could probably take a few more people tomorrow if there's anyone else that wants to get on. And then Jordan, past life and divine purpose. Okay, so we'll do past life energy, see what comes through. All right. Okay, so I think I got everybody. And then hopefully Summer comes on tomorrow. And if she has a preference, let me know. Okay, so it doesn't look like Wanda's in here. So, okay, so let me just go ahead and connect with Wanda. Interesting, Wanda. I'm getting South America, and then I'm also getting the Caribbean. Okay. And then my crown chakra is like starting to itch for confirmation. So I'm getting like, for some reason I'm hearing Venezuela, Argentina, and Peru. Okay. I think that, okay, so it's like, it's two different things that, I mean, they both connect, but it's two different things. So it's like South American energy here where you spent time, and what I'm getting is like, as like a shaman, healer, priestess, in, you know, you've maybe lived or traveled in these regions, okay, or these countries. But specifically I'm being drawn to Peru. And you know, Peru is a very powerful place. I mean, especially like Machu Picchu and like all of that. I mean, it's powerful. It's one of the most divine places in the world for energy and connection, and you know, portals and vortexes of energy and things like that. It's very strong. Much like, you know, Sedona in Arizona, and you know, Mount Shasta here in California, and you know, just different places, right? But what I'm getting is kind of like, I'm getting like the bulk of the work, and I feel like where you actually lived in the lifetime that I'm getting is, and I feel like you've spent I think there's other lifetimes where you've spent in those places in South America too. But the Caribbean, around the Caribbean, I feel like this is a part of like your bloodline. You know, and I don't know like what like, I mean, I don't know like the nationalities that are down there, and you know, all of that, you know, but that's what I'm getting. It's like you were a powerful healer, and it's like you're very connected to the ocean for one. Okay. Tropical energy might really resonate with you. I also feel very strongly with you, like Atlantean energy and Lemurian energy. So, you know, you'll have to let me know if that resonates in the comments, like when you watch this. So it's like but it's something about healing with the ocean. And what I'm being shown is like working with like, okay, so I'm getting like a lot of like seashells and ocean spirits, and like, I have no idea. I know this might sound kind of weird, but that's what I'm getting. Like the ocean does have you know, energy and spirit, right? But it's almost like, oh, and I'm getting goddess Yamaya, who is like, you know, an ocean goddess energy. Okay, so that's what it is. It's like in this particular lifetime, you were very powerful priestess, healer, like shaman, whatever you want to say. You were connected to the elements. You worked a lot with the ocean energy, like on the beach. I'm seeing you like on the beach, like with your arms up, like looking out to the water, almost like summoning the ocean spirits, the mer people, the, you know, the animals in the ocean. Okay, like you channeled like magic power, like healing and stuff with these animals, like calling upon the dolphin spirits, calling upon the like the sea turtles, you know, the whales, you know, stuff like that. Okay, I'm also getting something about seahorses, so I don't know if you connect or like seahorses, or just in general like just a love for the ocean, but I'm getting something with seahorses. It's like they hold like a particular frequency, energy, magic, something like that is what I'm getting. And, you know, I have no idea. I'm just the messenger. Like, I don't even, you know. But Yamaya, you might want to look up Yamaya, or maybe you connect with goddess Yamaya. But anyways, it's like you did a lot of that there. And what I'm getting is like you shielded land. You shielded land. You protected the land. It's like you created like energy, like domes around the land, and like you did grid work and like worked with the ley lines. So again, I don't know, maybe you were called to these certain places, like in South America, like because maybe it was like for some reason like you were needed to go protect it, or to work with people to protect the lands. You know, I'm getting very prophetic energy. It's also like being a powerful seer. So it's like you were able to connect and tap in and see like future events and things taking place and things happening, like maybe to these sacred lands. Okay, so how that connects here in this lifetime too is like, I feel in this lifetime too, like your gifts are going to be opening up, if not already. Intuition is heightened. I feel like the seer stuff is going to start coming through more. And I feel that that's a part of like your soul's work here is, again, to assist with gridding in, you know, sacred, ancient, you know, light energy that you've worked with before, and protecting the lands and gridding that into the earth and sending it out through the earth grid. I'm also getting crystals. I feel crystals might resonate like as something you're drawn to, or, you know, it would be cool to be able to connect with the energies of crystals. Metaphysical healing, physical healing, you know, crystals are phenomenal healers. So yeah, so but specifically the Caribbean is what I'm seeing. So and then when I said that, I'm also getting Pirates of the Caribbean, which I know is a movie, but it's more like at this time, okay. And what I'm seeing, like maybe the last time like you were there, the date that I just got was 1783. So, but what I'm getting is like you were there and you helped protect the people. I'm getting the tribal people. So I don't know like the nationalities there, like stuff like that. Like, but I probably do on some level, but I can't think of anything right now. But the natives, the people native to the land, the tribal people, like the people that could not help or defend against invaders, against pirates. Pirates were a big problem, a big threat. And so you, through your work, helped protect not only the lands, but the people of the lands, who are also like, I guess, your people, right? On some level, from these invaders, okay? And I'm also getting like British invasion. So, you know, it feels like maybe that's a time when the Brits were coming in or trying to take over the land and steal from the natives. like people maybe with wealth or using it for trades, stuff like that. So you're a helper, you're a light worker, like you're here to protect the earth and people, and not, you know, aligned to that energy of like the greed and the destruction of, you know, sacred lands and humanity and things like that, you know, which I feel is very near and dear to your heart in this lifetime too. I'm getting like humanitarian, like philanthropy, like wanting to give back, like but you want to protect too. So which you have the ability to. So this is a part of like your soul gifts, who you've been, who you are. And let's just see what comes through here. Yep, there it is. You're shamanic. You're a shaman. Very powerful priestess. But shamanism is specific to the earth, working with the elements, the 4 directions, animal spirits. I mean, with sound, drums, rattles. Shamanic work is about, you know, shamans. They can travel to the underworld. They can travel and retrieve fragmented parts and lost parts of the souls and bring them back, and they do soul repair work and just all kinds of stuff. You know, it's all kinds of stuff, but they are very much connected to the elements and Mother Earth, Pachamama, and working with the elements and you know, creating healing work and things of that nature through forces of nature and with the forces of nature. Trust in higher forces, okay? So you worked with higher forces, like goddess energy and different deities and whatever it was, okay? You know, I'm very drawn to, you know, his tribal gear, you know, his, you know, and I feel like that's literally like, not just like this, but I feel I'm like seeing you like that too. Like you were adorned with like, you know, you wore like feathers and in your hair and like, you know, just different things, you know, seashell bracelets and like stuff like that. Okay. So I don't know how this will, yeah, see, and you were the, see the hunter. Okay, but the hunter in this deck, I mean, it says track down your fears and desires, right? But for me, what this is like a defense, like you were a warrior, like you were a shamanic priestessy, like warrior. Oh my God, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. After the hunter is the warrior. As I'm saying this, more tribal energy, the face paints, the spears, you know, all of that. This is exactly that, okay? You're a warrior for the earth and for humanity. You always have been. Light warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. You had to be fearless. Okay, yeah, see, look, the she-wolf. Unleash the wild within. So there is stuff that's opening up, that's been within. It's soul energy, you know, your soul's wisdom, you know, all of that. Let's just confirm really quickly. But, you know, very cool work. I mean, you know, for many of us in our past lives, like it's even like for some, like for, you know, sometimes it feels like it's just so surreal. It seems unbelievable to imagine that you hold that much power and healing energy and magic within, but you do. We do. We are like very powerful divine beings. This right here, our meat suit, that's the illusion. That's the illusion. This right here just anchors us to the physical plane. Okay? What we're capable of doing. I mean, we have the ability to create worlds. So all of this today, like this power and this kind of magic and the healing and, you know, all of it, it's very real. Very real. We just can't remember it, but it's like, it's time to remember, you know? And if you guys ever want to do like a real, like, not like this isn't real, but like actually go through and do like a past life reading, you know, they're really cool and very healing. They're actually my favorite readings to do. Like, I love connecting with everyone no matter what, but the Akashic readings are so cool. mostly because like I find myself talking and sharing about things that like I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, like how I was talking about the Vikings, or how I'm talking about this and calling forth ocean spirits, and like ocean, like working with the directly with the sea creatures, and like, you know, like that's, you know, I mean, all right. Authority. There's another warrior. Oh my God. It's like the Empress and the and a firm foundation. So it's like, again, you can't make it up. In this deck, authority and fertility. Okay. So it's divine masculine, divine feminine energy. All right. Ooh, what I'm getting is also you have a very powerful warrior soulmate energy whom you may connect with in this lifetime. You may know, I don't know, that you did this work with alongside. You did it on your own, but you also had someone there with you that you worked with as well. That was very powerful. Shamanic energy and warrior spirit as well. But this is like how you stood your ground authoritatively when like other people wouldn't. Okay, the Emperor is a warrior. He's the god of war, right? So it goes hand in hand with everything we just said. And then the Empress energy, the Empress is obviously divine feminine, but she's powerful. She's super psychic. She's tapped in. She embodies the priestess energy. She is the priestess. Okay, but she's also very nurturing, loving, and she's connected to the fertile lands of Mother Earth. Okay, she's, you know, oftentimes in some decks, she's actually pregnant. Actually, in this deck, she's pregnant and her belly is Earth. It's actually Mother Earth. Okay, so again, you're just very connected to it. In a beautiful way. So anyways, but I send love to all of you guys, and thank you for being here with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow where we will finish the rest of the readings here, and yeah, I'm excited. So as always, it's my honor and pleasure to be here with you guys and to bring forth these messages, and thank you guys for all of your loving support, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Okay.